All right, welcome in to Jocks and Jills. Tess and Julia with you. How you doing this fine Friday morning? So much to talk about, but before we do, we want to remind you that this episode of Jocks and Jills is brought to you by SharkNinja, Shark Beauty, Shark Home, and Ninja Kitchen, proud founding partners of the PWHL. And today, specifically, we want to tell you a little bit about the Shark Power Detect 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop with Never Touch Pro Base. This combined vacuum and mop is designed for better, faster, and smarter cleaning with low maintenance. And Tessa, you have one of these, and it's not just a vacuum and a mop. It's a third thing too. It's a member of the family, isn't it? Like
I'm
you
glad
start
you
to feel a
mentioned
little
that.
bit sentient about the robot vacuums.
Clean Latifah is everyone's favorite. I will say this though, when Tanky was alive, rest her soul, Tanky was not appreciative of Clean Latifah. It was more of a toy. So if you do have a pet, just make sure your pet understands that they too are a member of the family and are to be loved and respected like everyone else. Because
absolutely.
anything that will mop and dry and vacuum without making a peep or a bother to anybody and then comfortably go back into, tuck itself into bed, clean up its own mess, dump it in the garbage container.
It's the absolute best. Like it takes better care of itself than pets would. It automatically empties debris into the 60-day capacity bin, refills its own water tank for 30 days, and washes and dries the mopping pad after every clean.
It's crazy.
It also features the Never Stuck technology, so the robot lifts to maneuver over obstacles,
It's wild.
cross thresholds, and avoids getting stuck while
actually
mopping.
Crazy. And it has got these like red little laser thingies that like Annie and Theo will like love to turn the lights off a little bit to see it. And it goes like, "Wee." It's like a little robot. It lifts itself up to like go over obviously Theo's Lego pieces and stuff.
Yep.
But it's the coolest. And honestly, sometimes it, like everything you said that it does, it takes better care of itself sometimes than I do.
It is a self-sustaining queen.
It is.
Thank you very much to our friends at SharkNinja, Shark Home, Ninja Kitchen, Shark Beauty. You guys keep us looking great. You keep our houses clean.
And
you
people,
keep us fed.
Christmas is coming up. Okay.
Christmas is coming up. Yeah.
And if you have a partner that is cursing, maybe you, or just cursing in general when they're mopping and vacuuming, you want to take that away and have a happy life, add a Clean Latifah to the mix.
You need one of these things. You do. The Shark Power Detect 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop with the Never Touch Pro Base. Again, that is from Shark Home, a proud founding partner of the PWHL. SharkNinja is our presenting sponsor here at Jocks and Jills. Okay, here we go. Episode 11. How we doing, Tessa? American Thanksgiving today. I have a little bit of FOMO. Usually I hit up Colorado with Liam's side of the family.
What was his uncle's name again? The fun guy
Uncle
that came
Kurt.
in?
He's
Uncle
awesome.
Kurt.
And he was supposed to have his yearly appearance on the podcast. And, you know, he watches women's hockey,
In
watches
spirit.
men's hockey. So sad we didn't get that debut. It didn't work out with Liam's hockey schedule and my hockey schedule. But happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends south of the border. What a great holiday. Lots of sports on all day. It makes sports happen earlier in the day. So even though we're not celebrating Thanksgiving, we get a little Thanksgiving treat as well. So thanks to all of our American friends for that.
Totally. And it kind of like, I'm the type of person that at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, whenever there's ham, I love the leftover ham that
I was
you
just
can
gonna say
then
the same
put
thing the next day.
on the little bread, like the little, what do you
the
call
little
those? The mini
buns.
buns.
Yeah.
You just cut them, a little bit of butter, slap them on there. If you're a mustard lover, do mustard. I'm not a mustard lover.
Not me. No,
me neither. Just slap a little, I could eat like 50 of those, like
Me
quietly. No one would know. And it's just like leftover ham in a bag. I don't know what it is. Like you put your hand in and it's all gross, but you pull it out and the ham's so good.
I honestly totally agree.
It makes me want to make a ham because I'm like, it's American Thanksgiving. Like it makes sense. I could do it.
It's not that bad either. You just throw it in the oven, some tinfoil, a little pineapple. Yeah, you could
some
make a ham
cloves.
happen tonight.
Yeah, I could. I'm not going to though.
No, that's fine.
It's too busy.
It's a Thursday. There's too much to do. I also really like hot turkey sandwiches the next day. Speaking of
with the gravy on a piece of bread.
Oh my gosh, it's the best ever. There's a diner
Guys,
kind of up the street from where I live now that does hot turkeys and like just such good diner food, from the chicken Caesar wrap to the hot turkey. Kind of got off topic of Thanksgiving food, but man, a hot turkey sandwich on a cold day.
Best.
Nothing
if
like
anyone is ever in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, there's a place called Rudy's on LaSalle. And let me tell you, they have the best hot sandwiches and milkshakes and pogos. Unreal. I know. Just throwing that out there.
I haven't had a good pogo in a long time. I think the last time I had a pogo actually was when I was with you, maybe in the Quebec City game last year.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
we did get to pogo.
I think we had a pogo day. Awesome. Okay, so now that I'm hungry, we can continue on in the podcast. I wanted to give a little update on Bernice.
I can see her poking out there a little.
Yeah, Bernice is like
She's
so loud and
long.
proud recently that like she's almost going behind me. And again, sorry if you guys are listening, Bernice is the sideburn I accidentally gave myself when I was dermaplaning my face.
For those wondering what dermaplaning is, because I had no idea, she was shaving her face with a sharp razor.
I was shaving my face with a sharp razor. Is a better way to describe it. And I accidentally nicked one of my sideburns, and it's resulted in a really aggressive sideburn. However, it's almost gotten long to the point that it sort of goes behind my ear now. So I pull her out because like Bernice is part of the show. She's part of the routine. She's has to be included in every episode.
I gotta say, that's some good growth for when it happened to now.
Honestly, my hair grows pretty fast, and I've been ripping collagen too.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does that
really helps?
Yeah, I
I don't know.
Well, obviously, Bernice is thriving.
Bernice is thriving. I'm pretty lucky with my hair growth, though. Like, you know, like you are like ripped and have a six pack and like went to the Olympics, and like that's your superpower, and mine is my hair grows pretty fast. So we all have wins. We all get little victories in this life. How was hockey this week?
Shirley's yours. Oh, Bucky's. We should get Buckles to jump in for this one. Hey, Bucks.
Bucky's, come on in. Tell us about Hockey Queen. Actually, we have a couple things to go through with Buckles that I'd love to keep her here for.
Bucky's, how did Shirley's girlies go this past Tuesday? Hold on, let me just get my
Really,
hair
Tessa? You had to bring me in for this, eh?
I did.
So let me paint the picture.
Hard
my
fought
team
game,
was winning.
Everybody.
So
you guys were on opposite teams this week?
Oppo teams.
Yeah, they keep putting us on separate teams. I don't know.
It's upsetting.
I know. So yeah, Tessa's team came out on top. Let me paint the picture though. We were up a team. We get pushed to OT. And I get tripped up on accident. So it's a penalty shot, according to Shirley's girlies rules. I didn't bury it.
In overtime.
Penalty shot in OT. I'm sorry.
And
it's okay.
Minutes later, who comes flying down the wall? Benum 69, with a beautiful shot in Cole's game. So
it was a no-look shot, Julia. I was looking across like I'm going to make a pass and was just locked eyes with my teammate and just sniped it low blocky.
Oh, Tessa, kind of like
Far
Nursey with that gold knife.
Yeah.
Were you the one?
Nursey saw that
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Well, maybe it was inspo in my head. I don't know. Maybe that's what I was going off of subconsciously.
Yeah.
Regardless, OT winner, I earned my suicide Caesar wings. For anyone out there, if there's a place that has Caesar dressing wings and suicide wings, give them a little mixy poo. Oh my God.
I need that. You've said it a couple times and I still haven't had it. I just should come out one night. I honestly should just come and like shoot content and eat wings. Can you see the ice from where the wings are demolished?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta make a trip out there in the next couple weeks.
And it's a wing night on Tuesday night. So you're getting a deal. It's $10 per pound.
$10.
Yeah.
Is it $10?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when hockey is the next couple weeks because I need to be involved in that.
Heck yeah.
I kind of honestly have FOMO. Another thing that involves some of your former teammates that's come up on the internet over the past couple weeks that has been lighting up our group chat. Has lit it up once or twice that we haven't addressed yet on the podcast.
This is very strange, everyone.
It's very strange. And we'll put up the photos. I think it was Alyssa Turner from Sportsnet that tweeted the first photo of Marie-Philippe Poulin. And the caption was, "I fear I've found something." And that's the only way to describe these photos.
You guys.
I think we'll put them up on the screen right now. Jackie, I'll send them to you.
I need to go through my group chat.
It's a photo shoot from 2010.
Is it from 2010 actually?
I believe it's from...
I heard it was post-win, but I was like,
I'm not sure.
Why
like
aren't
I
our
wasn't
medals
there.
there
You
then?
were. You might have been drugged. I have no idea why you don't remember these
crying.
photos. But it makes sense if you blocked it out because for some reason, no one is wearing shoes or socks in the photos. It's
Majority
like
of people are wearing capris or have their pants rolled up.
Poulin
This
is wearing
photographer-
capris with a side pony and a headband. That part was kind of her signature look at that point. It's the
It was.
capris and the way that they're rolled. That's insane.
I don't think they were capris. I feel like they were pants. And whoever the photographer was, who clearly has a foot fetish, was
Carla
like,
McLeod is
"Would you
doing a
just
high
roll
school
up your
musical
pants
style
for me?"
jump.
It's the jump.
Yeah.
It's the jump. It looks like it should be on the outside of like you know those trampoline gyms.
Yes.
Like it looks like that, you know?
Yes, I do know that.
Absolutely does.
It's great. And to be honest, when you showed me that, like I have a pretty good memory for like stuff that takes place in my career
Dude,
or
you
whatever.
remember everything. You can
remember
walk
everything.
us through so many stories. Like we show you photos, like you'll tell us what happened, and these we
I-
hold them up, and you were like, "There's no
Not
way
at-
that's me. I can't."
I
believe
don't
that's
remember it at all. I don't even remember the jacket. I don't even think I own that jacket.
The jeans even don't seem like your jeans that you're
I got-
wearing. You're the only one that's not. Like maybe you put your foot down with the capris. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
I was
Tessa
probably
was
like,
like,
I'm going to
in
hide my
20
feet as
years.
much as I can, you weirdo. I feel like my spidey senses were probably going off. Like, this isn't safe. I don't know. Honestly, because you know what? I think I'm wearing bell bottoms.
Yes.
In 2010, would I be wearing bell bottoms?
Hey,
I think that fits the time sort. I think that was pre-skinny jeans. I think pre-skinny jeans came around 2013, 14. Like I think you're still in flare jeans territory.
as
in
my
2010.
Christmas gift, can
You
you,
want that framed?
retake those?
No. To get everyone?
I
Yeah.
want all of them framed behind me. The Pooh one is so good. The Carla McLeod one. Someone
Carla
said
one.
they were going to print out the Carla McLeod one and like bring it as a sign to a Charge game. I didn't
my
see it
God.
the last couple of nights, but I'm hoping to eventually.
And like I texted a group of players from that team in my group chat, and I was like, "Does anybody remember where these were from?" And Zabby was in the group chat, Shannon Zabados, legendary goaltender, and she said, "These haunt me. Mine are on Wiki Feet." Yes, this is a thing. They are from our post 2010 win photo shoot.
I know. I don't even want to mention
Oh,
Wiki
that's
because it's
post-gold
going to
medal?
push traffic
I,
to it.
I
It's
guess. I don't know
terrible.
because our medals aren't anywhere.
I was gonna say-
Zabby is also wearing capris. Was that? So then Augustus says, "I remember this. They had fans to get our hair blowing." I'm like, "What?"
But why don't you have the medals? Like, shouldn't that be the money piece?
I don't know.
The feet are. The
I
feet
am
are.
for sure wearing some type of bell bottom.
I
And you
think
can't
your
see my
jeans are
feet in
with
my
the ties.
picture. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
I hope I had my toenails done.
This is
I hope
crazy.
everybody had their toenails done. Listen, I'm glad we got that off our chest because it's if anyone has more information about this photo shoot,
Or if you're the photographer,
Yeah.
please explain yourself. You come
No.
on here and explain yourself to me.
If you're the photographer, please reach out to me. Interested in getting some retakes. So
we should do a Jocks and Jills photo shoot that's exactly like that.
I'm in. I'm doing the
Just
Carla
with
shot.
all of our
I
dogs
call
out.
it.
My size 35 feet, just take up the whole frame.
It's hilarious. I'm sorry to anyone who had to see those. The thing is I don't think they were used for anything. That's why I'm like, I feel like this was a photographer that like did something for themselves.
Oh, it's just they're on the internet. I don't know. It disturbs me to think of. Anyways, now that we've unpacked all the silliness in our life, the questions that have been burning a hole in our group chats and our minds over the last 7 days, I think we can get to our headlines in the PWHL. And our first one, Buckles, you got to stick around for. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Before we get to it, can I just ask people to call in and please give me tips on how to make an outdoor rink? Because I have the things
Ooh.
that go in and the little boards to put up with the tarp. My main concern is like, I know you have to water it and stuff, but like, is that out of my outside hose? Like,
Where are
isn't
you
that going
doing
to
it?
freeze in my backyard? Is that not going to freeze? Like, is the water in the hose? Like, where do you get all the water to fill it up? Is my
I don't
question.
know. That's a great question. My
So
dad yelled
anyways.
at me because my hose was still on like a week ago and I turned it off. So that's my
Yeah, you
Turn
need
your
to
hose
turn it
off.
off. You need to turn it off and blow your lines, empty your lines.
did
But,
that.
Good. But
But
like,
then you're right. Where does the
then
water come from?
where am I? I'm not bucketing that thing from my bathroom sink. No chance.
I don't know. I know my dad had a hose on hers as a kid. I can
know
picture it.
where. From
Yeah.
where?
Did they
We
just
gotta
turn
call
it
your
back
dad.
on?
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
your dad was the same way. Like I can picture a hose sitting on the outdoor
I
rink.
know.
That's actually a great question. Okay.
Call in, everybody.
Yeah. If you have thoughts about us, call us.
Not about us.
542-2442 about outdoor rink creation, or email us, jocksandjills@thepwhl.com. If you have thoughts on us, I know we're so weird. Please.
There was so much brain power that was taking place there. I could feel it through the screen.
It's not a burning rubber.
Wow, girls.
Me
well
reading
done.
a phone number. Okay, Buckles, sorry. It's your time to shine. Let's share your big news. Headlines of the week, PWHL. Let's go. Dun, da, da, da. Buckles, you're here. You have a big announcement. We've teased that there's a fun prospect show coming, and Emma Buckles is going to be the star.
Hey-oh.
I'll give you the floor because it's time to drop this thing. It's time to tell the world about it, and we're so fired up.
Girls, it is time. It is time. I am so excited to be dropping the show, Jocks Next Gen.
Hey-oh.
With an absolute legend of a co-host.
Come on.
Florence Schelling.
Oh, Flo. I love great times with Florence Schelling.
11-time world champion, 4-time Olympic champion, Olympic MVP. I mean, I watched her growing up. Now to be teaming up on a show together, I'm so fired up.
She's a good time.
Yep.
Florence.
It's going to be a good time.
Florence Schelling, ladies and gentlemen, is a beauty of a human being. She quite literally, in my day, carried the Swiss national hockey team to its first bronze medal at the world championship level. Literally, there was nothing she didn't do. And on top of that, when she played in the CWHL, she would fly in and stay with Courtney Burchard, now Courtney Kessel. She'd pick her up from the airport and they'd just like plow through wine. And they were like the funniest duo I've ever met in my life. And I wished she like lived here and was Canadian and stuff. She's not, which is totally fair. I completely respect it. But she's a beautiful human being and one hell of a hockey player. So Bucky's, I can only imagine the debauchery and the fun that you two are going to have together.
Oh, I'm so fired up. Just even the stories I'm hearing. Yeah, she was like, yeah, Courtney taught me a lot of English. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Like, we're going to get into that. Because that in itself is crazy.
Yeah. What English do you speak of? I like it. So what's the premise of the show, Bucky's? What are we looking at?
Okay, guys. So essentially, we'll be talking about everything you need to know about the future stars of the PWHL. So big time matchups, players to watch, how the PWHL draft rankings are looking heading into
I like this.
Our segment, Stock Up, Stock Down. It's going to be, we'll unpack that in the first episode, but everything you need to know about the studs coming into the PWHL, the future stars, the ones to be looking for, we will be talking about on the show.
I like this because now, obviously the team, especially you saw it at the draft in Ottawa when they were chanting Rory Gilday's name because they knew they were going to need a defender after losing Teralova and Ashton Bell. Mm-hmm. Now these fans are going to know these players and exactly who they want and what their team needs. So when a player gets picked, it's not like everyone's hitting Google real quick and pulling up the elite prospects page. Bucky's, you're the new elite prospects page.
Guys, and let me tell you, this next draft class, dare I say, is the biggest draft class the PWHL.
It could be its own team.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's no better time to be doing this. And I'm excited to talk about these players, get to know these players. We'll be having player interviews similarly to Jocks and Jills to get to know these personalities that are going to be a mainstay. The next
Are we going to be talking to
nights.
like Caroline Harvey about keeping phones in our hockey pants? Like, I wonder if she's got a pocket in there now.
We need that.
Yeah, like, see, we'll get to the bottom of that, and we're going to get involved in the brawls that took place. I want to hear, what was tossed around there. Everything that we're going to get involved with and answer any questions that you have around the PWHL future studs. So I'm excited.
I love that. Okay, wait, side note. I feel like I told this story off the air, but KK and Layla posted a dancing video recently and I commented on it from the Jocks and Jills account. And
they want us on. No, Julia.
Caroline Harvey commented back, maybe you should be in the next one. So maybe we should come with you and do a dance video.
Them and we might have to do an interview in Duncan. That seems to be their second home. I don't know if they pay rent there, but it seems like they do.
I need to know their order. Okay, so we're so pumped. Jocks Next Gen dropping soon. So you can listen to Jocks and Jills on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then you can hit up Jocks Next Gen for a little chat about PWHL prospects, what's going on in the NCAA, what's going on in the SDHL, what's going on in U Sports, Every top player that has the potential of one day being in the PWHL is going to be on Buckles and Florence's radar. And we are so freaking pumped about it, Buckies. Congratulations.
Get
It's
to
gonna be
know
awesome.
your
Thank you, guys.
draftees before they're draftees. Line them up, Bucks.
Yeah,
Knock
like
'em
you need
down,
a
line 'em
scouting
up and
hat,
knock 'em down.
dude. We got to get you like a special little scouting hat and maybe like a little
A
notebook.
clipboard.
Yeah, you need a clipboard.
Yeah, I was thinking about a clipboard. Yeah, I need some essential things, I think.
Yeah.
Just look really serious in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
we
thing
are
about scouting. You
serious.
can't smile. You got to be like,
I do
No.
feel like the jacket you wore to the Vancouver game was very serious. Like it was
Yeah.
business. You were riding on business, it felt.
No,
you're
I know.
so right. That's
know.
such
Yeah.
a scouting jacket.
Just
Like to
lots
the
of
po-
just a lot of business for me.
So much business.
That's what I am.
standing on it.
Straight
Yeah.
business. Straight business here on Jocks and Jills. Straight business on Jocks Next Gen.
Straight
We are a
business
very-
in that photo shoot that she had posted in a suit, by the way. That one that had, we want to talk about photo shoots. Let's talk about
Buckles. Let's
photo
actually
shoots.
talk about that. That was the fanciest suit ever. And the fact that you didn't text me before you post that, I was like, you have to warn me before you drop photos like that. Those are the best pictures I've ever seen. I dropped my phone. I was stunned. I was like, oh my God, Buckles, you look like a model.
You don't have a reaction every time when I post like that? Like,
No,
yeah,
I
it just
do.
seems
But you
normal.
don't usually drop photos like that. And,
No.
and usually, like, I
Never.
send you things like 10 times before I post them on Instagram, usually. Poor
Yeah, I was
Buckles.
like, element of surprise. Let's see how this goes.
Was that when you got your makeup done by my girl, Alicia?
Yeah, of course.
Was it?
She is
Bomb.com.
absolutely the best, Alicia. Shout out. She made me look like a star.
yeah.
Did you go to any of the clubs she suggested?
No, didn't quite make it out that night. Was hanging out with a bunch of horses, actually.
Had
Was at
no
a
idea where
horse
you were
show.
going with that. Had no idea where you were going with that
Okay.
sentence. But okay.
All right, go on.
Girls. This is PG. Yeah, no, I was at a horse show. And it just so happened I had this photo shoot just before it. So
As
Like
one
at the
does.
Royal you were at? Did you know
Yeah.
someone riding?
yeah, well, my family has a history with it. So yeah, we go every year.
Yeah. Check out the studs. Quite literally.
Exactly.
Isn't that what they're called? Studs? Did I make that up?
No, you
no.
did. You're
Aren't
good.
like
I
the
feel
boy
like that's
horses
correct.
studs?
Hey,
Intact
call in and
male
let us
horses,
know
yeah.
if they're a stud.
You were a stud in that in those pictures, Buckies. I sent them to the Shirley Girlies chat, and like no one there was a lot going on, and it kind of got lost. And then someone was like, "Can we please circle back to this?" And everybody went off. It was like Bucky's in the
It's
photo
my phone
shoot.
background now.
I already told the girlies that I'm gonna do it for a walk-in for one of our games. So
Oh my,
Ooh,
yes.
baby. You guys
We
should do full walk-ins
walk-ins.
one night. The night that I come to film, you guys have to do true walk-ins.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Buckles, you have to get back to the rink and go scouting. So get your jacket on, get your clipboard going. So pumped up. Jocks Next Gen. We can't wait to see it. Make sure you tune in.
cheers. Thank you guys.
Okay, let's get into the games this week. New York with a visit to Montreal on Tuesday night. And shout out to everyone who's double screening this game with the Dancing with the Stars finale. I feel like a large majority of the PWHL was doing that. So I appreciated that. I did not appreciate the PWHL message. I know you weren't watching this season, Tessa, so I'm just going to like pop off on a soliloquy here.
Sure.
The PWHL posted they messaged a bunch of PWHL players to see who they were rooting for in the finale.
Oh.
Seemed like the general consensus around the PWHL. Everybody seemed to be cheering for Alex Earl, which I love. Alex Earl, TikTok queen. She's great. A lot of people cheering for Whitney and Robert, who won, which I roll. Like they were great, but Robert was absolutely nothing special. There was not nearly enough love for Jordan Childs, who was absolutely the best dancer all season. There's nothing more irritating to Robert Irwin was like, oh, he learned to do a pirouette. Like, congratulations. The bar is on the floor for Robert Irwin. Jordan Childs is doing backflips on stage, owning a whole song, and everyone's like, oh, couple clicks. Like, it's just America, you let me down. You let Jordan Childs down. I'm pissed. But no one let me down more than Reagan Kirk, who I absolutely love. But Reagan Kirk was cheering for Andy. Like she responded, I'm cheering for Andy. Andy was objectively the worst dancer all season. Every time he made it past another episode, I was infuriated by it. It was just, there were so many good female dancers that were voted off the show who were dancing their asses off. Andy gets on stage, he goes like this, disco, here's a disco. And he has a smile. He's sweet, whatever. If there was Dancing with the Stars seniors, he would have been great. Like, I don't know. He wasn't meant to be dancing. The fact that people, like Lauren was voted off before. Reagan was part of the group that kept Andy on the show. And for that, her and I are in an argument.
Okay.
Anyways.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way.
Dancing with the Stars. Zandy Hart was fined. No, sorry. Tuesday night Dancing with the Stars, but also New York at Montreal. It was a double screen situation starting at 8 o'clock. Prior to all this, Zandy Hart was fined $250 for her cross check in the previous game.
Yeah. Standing up for Borbs.
Yeah. And fair enough. Like she was a first time offender. I feel like
Yeah.
if she had a repeat, she might have gotten a game or something to that effect for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but the money that players pay when they get fined goes to girls hockey initiatives, whether it's equipment or different things like that. Hilarious tweet from Tatiana on X. That's so cool that the money goes to that. WTF? Cross-check more people! Exclamation mark.
Everyone, just start cross-checking.
Yeah, God, let's donate to girls hockey. So yeah, that was
you get a fine, and you get a fine.
We all get fined. Goes somewhere good. If you do something bad, it goes somewhere good.
Right.
But wow, Montreal. I think everyone was. I had this game circled. I was interested to see how this was going to go based on how both New York and Montreal started, and Montreal definitely got off the scoring schneid.
Yeah, and I think too. I just want to say in this game for New York, they had some chances. You're just facing Anne Renee Desbiens. Okay, she's clearly having herself a season because that's just the way her body clock is wired. Is an Olympic year, so there is no way that she's having an off anything. Okay. So that's just that. This too, though, wasn't necessarily their best effort on New York side. This is just the ebbs and flows of the season. That's going to come with being a young team and learning travel, learning the league, learning different teams and the styles of play. Like you prepare differently for different teams that you play, obviously. This Montreal team, though, got the memo. They understood the mission. It felt like from puck drop. It was wild. But what I loved about this was the very first goal. I thought it was Erin Ambrose right off the hop, as I'm sure you did as well.
It looked like a seeing eye shot.
It felt like it. Her celly just spoke volumes to me because I know Ambrose is just a hockey brain, loves watching hockey, but it was a beautiful shot from the point. It's a power play goal, I believe. Malinkova got a little tip on it, little stick on it in front. Glorious. She was in the right spot. What I loved about it the most, though, is I always in my head, and maybe on the show last year, I'm not sure, but was given Ambrose heck for not shooting enough. I like defenders that like to shoot. Shoot the puck. Your job, you're not on the power play up top there just to dish. Shoot the puck and be a threat because now you're making people think. And Ambrose clearly has a shot.
Yep.
It's working nice. I don't think she had a goal last year. And I know for a fact it bothered her. Yeah. So to see that fist pump and that fire, like, yes, I hope that just ingrained in her or built that neural pathway. Shoot first. And not only just shoot it on net, shoot to score. Right?
Yep.
Because whether Malinkova got that or not, I feel like that would have been a goal. Don't you?
I think it was going in either way. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Ambrose, if you listen to us at all ever, shoot, buddy. We love to see it. The other one that had us both falling off of our chairs and no surprise. And we, just so everyone knows, are constantly collecting things for our Jilly Awards at the end of the season. So if you think we might have missed something, toss us a DM or an email or whatever. Abby Rock, I don't think we need to clip any more clips for Goal of the Year because her goal was ridiculous. One, she got on her horse and chased that thing down. Two, she earned the space and the ice. Three, where she managed to be like, this is a good idea, I'm going to do this, and then did it. And what I love the most is when I texted her about it, she was like, yeah, it was a total whiff. Yeah, I get it, but you still did it. And it still went in. Like, she had 3 points on the evening, which could have been 4 because that goal, the first goal got called back. But like, I don't know anyone that's enjoying their time with a new team more than Abby Rock. And I don't think a team is enjoying any other player more than Montreal's enjoying Abby Rock. Is that fair to say?
Completely. We hyped it up all off season. Everyone was so excited to see this, and it just couldn't have worked out any better. I didn't mention off the top, but like player intros in Montreal, that introduction just absolutely hits different. Montreal does it so well every single time. And the way she was received by the crowd was just,
Coolest.
They went crazy for her. And then after she scored that goal, it was banana lands in there, as it absolutely should be. I said to you off the air, I think the only chance that we see a goal nicer than that this year is if Abby Rock decides she wants to get another Michigan goal.
Yeah.
But man, that's going to be hard to beat. That is a high bar to set.
Yeah.
And
game 2.
Then the cherry on top, she just is an absolute quote machine in the media. I refuse to believe that she's never practiced this, even in practice. But this is what she said after the game.
I actually don't think I've ever tried that in a game or practiced it, and I don't know why I decided that was the moment. And honestly, I was doing it, and I was like, this is stupid. And then it went in, so I got lucky.
She was thinking, this is stupid. I spend a lot of my life just thinking that. So it gives me confidence to go about my life that way. You're right.
On a whim, farting the wind, just doing what she's doing, having a good time out there. That's what makes her good. How she's still not, I feel bad that she's still not in the US program.
It's a joke to me,
right?
Honestly. There's a couple players that I'm like, what are you doing? I feel that same way on the Canadian side. But Abby Rock is just, she's and lots of people, maybe people who don't follow women's hockey really closely on a day-to-day basis, I noticed on the comments of that goal were like, how is she not on Team USA? And, she's just going to keep creating that discourse about herself. And I absolutely love that for her. Poulin's goal.
Guys.
What an absolute, imagine what a nightmare it must be to see Stacey and Poulin coming down on you 2-on-1. And Abby with a sick assist on that too.
It was technically a 4-on-1.
Right.
Because, and this is what I liked about this goal, before we give Pooh all of her props that she deserves, is New York was going down. It was a good step up, a minor dumping, kind of like a soft one. Quick turn up by, gosh, who was the defender? Whose number, was it 12 or 22? I can't remember. Regardless, quick up to Abby. Abby zips it across right to Stace in full stride, which is like, and on tape too, which was beautiful. It's just a glorious thing of hockey. And all four of them are cruising up the ice together. That's terrifying. Let alone just Pooh and Stace. You got Pooh, Stace, Abby Rock, and then another defender there. So it's like, if you're going to make a save, it better stick to you.
Yeah.
Because the rebound's going to go in. Or you better deflect it up into the meshing. Regardless, it was a beautiful hockey player. Quick transition from defense right to offense on your horse down the ice. Pooh getting the first player to 50 points, scoring that one, which was beautiful. Someone check on Marcus. Is he okay?
Is he fine? The way they celebrated too, I think Pooh jumped 8 feet into the air into Stacey's arms. It was so cute. It was one of the greatest celebrations.
And like I felt like everyone knew. Everyone knew that was 50. The rink, it was just like the place popped off. And it was like, yes, she got it. Yes, she was the first one. Like even Pooh hugged Stacey and pointed right away to Abby Rock. That moment to me, I was like, these three are the 3 best friends that everyone ever had.
Yeah. Even post game, I love seeing all the kind of player of the game awards come out. Yeah. Toronto's got their their jacket that we talked about. Montreal had a custom hat made.
Yeah.
There was something really special about Poulin giving it to Abby Rock after that performance.
Like, did we ever think we would see that?
No, I didn't. But I love it. Like, I love this alternate universe that we're living in.
And they were sitting next to each other too.
Yes, it's so cute. And it's so like unbelievable to me, but I'm obsessed. There was a couple disallowed goals in this game, both for the same thing, Tessa. No mic refs or no ref mics. Mic refs. Like, what is English? No.
Why are the mics working on the refs? Just test it pre-game. Drives me nuts. Again with the no goals. Look, okay, so here's where we're at. Stacey probably could have gotten away with that one. I felt like
there
it was
just
no
intent there.
A leg movement. So here's the deal. When you're in front and the puck is going to your feet, you're often trying to just kick it up to your stick.
Yeah.
You're not trying to kick it to score unless you're blatantly trying to kick it to score. I feel like for Laura Stacey, it was just a leg movement is what I felt, which kind of could resemble a kick. However, I was just like, okay, fair, whatever. Call it off. But then Vespa, that was a kick. Like, you ain't getting away with that one. So I understand. They got both of them. No goals for each. At least it was both teams that had a no goal. You know?
Yeah, whatever. I still believe that every time a goal gets called off, an angel loses its wings, but I guess that's just my personal prerogative.
Yeah.
Vancouver, Ottawa. This was a highly anticipated one.
Yep.
Not just because the Ottawa Charge were giving out kazoos, which is
metal kazoos.
Again, a great giveaway. There's been absolutely no chinsing in the giveaways in the PW this season between the Boston, the amazing embroidered hats.
Yeah.
And
I hope
these
the
metal
kazoos were also handed out with like earplugs a little bit, because I can't imagine the decibels going on in that place.
I couldn't really hear them on the broadcast that much, but Bozak kept talking about them. So I assume that they were really loud in the building.
And even Daniela Ponticelli, she was like, I haven't heard a kazoo in a while. And then they scored. And I was like, what a play. Like, you could not line that up any better.
Yeah, she called for it. Some news prior to this one, though, Tessa. Sarah Nurse day-to-day. She didn't play. Unfortunate news for the GoldenEyes, obviously.
Yeah, upper body injury. Not sure what happened or what's going on there. But day-to-day is better than LTIR. I will say that. You just hope that this day-to-day part, it's nothing that lingers throughout the season, because you don't want her in and out of the lineup. Because as we saw in this game, losing Sarah Nurse clearly throws this team for a loop.
No.
I don't know how you felt in watching it, Julia, but I was just like, and to be fair, this is what I expected from these brand new teams, was disjointed play like this. I felt like that's exactly what it was. There was moments of nice where it was like, oh, that's a good chance. But there were moments where it's like, what is going on? It felt like the communication, the talk wasn't there.
Right.
There was a moment where, and I'm only going to call this player out because I respect her and I hold her to such a high standard. And this isn't me ripping on her. It's just a moment that sticks to me where Sophie Jakes had been out there for a little while. Ottawa had kind of dumped it in and she had time. And like in this moment, your goaltender, your D partner, and your centerman should be talking to you, saying, you got time, just hold up, I know. Or like take it behind the net, wait for fresh legs to come and go change kind of thing. And instead it was just like a half-ass slap shot, rim up the boards that no one was expecting. And Ottawa just came barreling down the boards after their change, picking it up and just kept them hemmed in even longer. I feel like that play described the entire game for Vancouver, where it's just disjointed. There wasn't enough communication. They were all still kind of trying to feel things out.
I felt like they found it in the third a bit. Like it started to look more connected towards the end of the game when it was almost too late for it.
And I think having Claire Thompson score that goal was just like, okay, we can do this. It was only 3-1 at that point.
Yeah.
Right? So the comp, like, okay, gosh, it just takes a shot. And it's like, yeah, everything on net. But I don't know. I felt like maybe it wasn't Nursey missing. Maybe it was just the time for them to really dial into like, okay, now we got to, because sometimes you have games that happen to you that really point out what you need to work on. And it makes it very blatantly obvious. It's like the hockey gods are just like serving it to you on a platter and it's your choice what you do with it. And I feel like in that game, it was a lot of communication and a lot of just simple hockey. When you're all brand new and playing together, just keep it simple, right? You don't need to make these elaborate plays. We all know you're very skilled and you can do it, but just keep it simple at first. Build a solid base. Get used to doing the basic stuff really good together and then carry on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. So many skilled. It's like putting together an all-star team almost and having them all have to fit together.
Don't do too much. Just do what's right. That's it. But speaking of doing things that were right, a leader's leading this one. And Brianne Jenner was leading the charge. Quite literally and figuratively in this one. Jenny had herself a game.
She was unbelievable. That first goal she scored on the power
Short
play.
side.
Bleh, absolute snipe. The way that you could only appreciate that goal from the back angle, like from the red light camera, just to see how good the screen was from Clark, first of all.
Yes.
And then like what a tiny little spot she put that in. That was the only angle that I really thought you could appreciate that goal.
Yeah. Emily Clark deserves both assists on that goal.
Yeah.
Because her butt was right in Mash's face the entire. You couldn't even see Mash.
Yeah. Mash had a good game too, is the unfortunate part with the way the score was 5-1. Like she goes into her old building. She knows a lot about how tough it is to play with those rowdy fans and those kazoos. And she honestly did give them everything she had.
She was making some big saves.
Yeah.
There was points where I was just like, holy smokes. And there was even a point where Ed turned to me and he was like, man, she is like so structurally sound. Like she's just like, things are tight, but when she needs to be athletic, she can be. I'm like, she's
So
very
good to
impressive
see. Like
tendy.
that's such a positive sign for Vancouver and for her personally coming off the injury last year.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it, right? And I think it's nice as defenders to know that you can rely on a tendy back there to face 33 shots in a game, make 30 saves. Like, to be fair, she kept her team in this one and gave them a chance to make it 3-1 in that moment. What I love about Jenner's first goal too is that Rory Gilday got her first PWHL point, which was pretty cool to see and nice to celebrate. Because I think I think she ended up getting 2 points in that game, but I feel like that's just the beginning of what is to be.
Yeah.
Her and Jocelyn Larocque are such nightmares. There was a hit at the end of the second period. It was like 3 minutes left that took place, and I was like, someone got demolished, and I was fully expecting there to be a replay, and there wasn't. They just hit it, but like whoever it was, my gosh, like I hope you're okay, because Rory Gilday is just taking names out there. So like head on a swivel if you're out there with Rory Gilday, everybody.
Yeah. We did this little rookie video and we were like, which rookie do you think will make the most hits this season? And everyone was like, Culty, 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 Culty. And Rory was like, hopefully me. And so far,
Say sorry after, Rory.
yeah, say
You're
sorry
Jeepa.
later. And she knows that.
Smiling down for sure. I felt like Jenner, you know, when sometimes when you're playing in a game and for whatever reason, you're just like, everything's falling at my feet. Like, this is beautiful. I feel like Jenner had that game where it was just like everything she touched was either a goal or a chance. And when I think it's a beautiful thing when a coach recognizes that, because it's not always your star player. It's not always the best player, but when it is, you're thankful, right? And I say this because on Jenner's empty net goal, her second goal of the game, she like literally blocked a shot. It dropped and she didn't even like pick up her head. She knew they were killing a penalty. She just hammered it down the ice and got on her horse and started chasing it. And that's how you know a leader. She's a leader. She's playing the right way. Do you know what I mean? They were still up by a lot, but she knew her job and she was executing it to perfection. It was amazing. And I love that Carla put her back at center. And I think this was a little bit of Jenner saying like, please leave me here.
Yeah, I'm a center. I forgot to mention that, but I was happy to see her back in the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned that Greco hit yet either that she was ejected for.
Yeah.
I think I actively was looking at her face and I think she looked like kind of guilty as she was skating off the ice.
She knew she was
the
like
ejected.
This.
Yeah.
I feel
it was like she kind of changed her mind last second about which, like the player who received the hit kind of moved last second and then Greco had already committed to it. Like you kind of see she was hesitating as she did it. She had her hands up. It was a good call. I don't know if we'll see anything supplemental from that. I don't know.
You probably will if it's to the head. The league is very, very tight on. There is no gray space for headshots. It's either it is one or it isn't. You don't want to make contact on the head at any point. And the thing with these, and it's the same thing in the NHL, everyone always breaks down hits and stuff. And it's easy to comment on it after the fact or the slow-mo. Like none of that plays into the heat of the moment. None of that plays into the actual speed of the game. And stuff happens. And like you said, it's like you get a split second, if that, to even make a decision on something and you don't want to get burned. So if anything, you're just trying to get a piece of them. And unfortunately for her, it was not a good piece to get. So
yeah, unfortunate. It was such a great game for the Ottawa Charge. 5 goals. Rebecca Leslie scored 2.
Yeah,
hometown
she had a beauty
girl.
Too.
That was a great one. Their captain with 4 points on the night. But I think the highlight of the night was the proposal.
Yes.
Congratulations to Danny and Teresa. I think they're Jocks and Jills listeners as well.
Are
so
they?
I hope they're
Yay.
listening to this. Congratulations, you two. What a special moment at the Ottawa Charge game. I think maybe the bench reaction made it with how surprised the players were when they saw it on the Jumbotron too. It was so cute.
Well, it was like an in-house thing, right? They like did it. She did it over the microphone with the in-house host. And I'm the type of player that always paid attention to like what games were being played. And like, if my coach wasn't talking or drawing up a drill, I should preface with that. But I love that Gabby Hughes was like kind of getting ready and then like heard and was like, oh, and like looked over and tapped. I don't even know who was next to her, but their jaw was on the floor. Like, oh my gosh. And then like Gabby's up, like hammering the boards, like, yeah. yeah, it was just awesome. They couldn't believe. I love that they didn't even know it was going to happen.
Yeah,
Did
it
anybody
was-
know? Yeah, someone in the rink had to have known.
Yeah, well, Teresa messaged Buckles, so we had a little behind the scenes peek at it, and she arranged it with
Wow.
the Charge as well. The in-house host, Johanna, was involved too. So great job to everybody in Ottawa, but especially to Teresa and Danny. Like
That's the best.
what a cute moment! So excited for you both.
And it was a win.
And it was a win. It was right after an Ottawa Charge goal too. I wondered if that factored into like the timing decision because it was absolutely the timing that led right into a goal. Also, did you see my tweet last night after Jenny got the empty netter?
No, what'd you say? Oh, yes, I saw. You were poking the bear, Julia. Do not do that.
I know. I tweeted from the Jocks and Jills account something to the effect of, is it too soon to say, you know what happens when Jenner scores? I figured that
Just
game was in the
riling
bag.
up the crew again.
I know. I don't want to get Ottawa
it wasn't
Charge
too
fans
soon.
mad at
It's
us.
been a while.
And we were forgiven. We've been back in Ottawa. Ottawa's been to a PWHL finals. I feel like they must have forgiven us slightly since then.
Maybe
I don't
not
know.
everybody, but the majority rules, I feel.
I know some people were entertained and some people were like, don't even
do
joke
it.
about this.
Stop that right now.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
Such a cool moment in Vancouver for the youngest
This is the best.
Vancouver GoldenEyes fan ever. Welcome to the world, Baby Dress. So at the Vancouver GoldenEyes home opener, there was a fan, and I think we saw this fan, and I definitely saw photos of her. Her sign said 38 and a half weeks pregnant, and the only nurse I want to see tonight is Sarah Nurse.
Wasn't the case. She saw
Wasn't
both
how
nurses.
her nice went. Yeah. She ended up going into labor right after the game. Baby was born 12 hours after the game ended or something to that
crazy.
effect. It's so wild. They still had their home opener towels with them at the hospital.
That's hilarious.
We'll throw up a photo right now of the little baby with the home opener towel. Like, I don't think, I did ask this if the baby's name was just like Sarah Nurse last name. I
Sarah
don't know.
dot N, whatever
Oh,
last name.
We have a lot of name suggestions. You can name her Wally after the
Goldie?
Walter Cup. Yep, that's a good one too.
Goldie after
Tessa or Julia, also great
Yeah,
names.
Emma's okay.
Emma's a good name too.
Yeah,
So yeah, congratulations to those fans. Officially the youngest Vancouver GoldenEyes
That's wild.
supporter. It's so cute. EA NHL rankings came out over the past week. We haven't put together, you and I, like a list of our top 10 or top 15 PWHL players ever. But I was interested to see EA put theirs out. I'm going to go backwards from 10 and read it, okay? And like, if you have any major qualms, you could stop me.
Okay.
Kenzie and Cheryl also made a list that we can reference.
Yep.
10, Kendall Coyne Schofield.
She's
9.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
9, Taylor Heisey. 8, Lee Steckline. 7, Megan Keller. 6 is Erin Frankel.
Okay.
5 is Anne-Renee Desbiens.
Yeah.
4 is Sarah Fillier. 3 is Hillary Knight. 2 is Renata Fast. And 1 is Marie-Philippe Poulet. I don't think anything like jumps off the page here in terms of like, this is really bad. I think Alex Carpenter is a pretty wild omission, but I can't look at anyone on this list and be like, they absolutely don't belong here type of thing.
The thing with yeah. I mean,
I know.
originally I was like Lee ahead of Taylor and Kendall, but like if you think about, the impact Lee has on that defense and that team as a whole, you can't argue. You take Lee out, that's a you're not, that you can't.
How many goals did you score in that run last year? Like they were all
Insane.
pivotal to her team. So yeah, I kind of like raised my eyebrows at Lee as well. But then when you kind of consider how she's played recently,
Makes complete sense.
yeah. And then the way Kenzie and Cheryl did, TSN did a top 25 PWHL players as well. The way Kenzie and Cheryl shook it out was Lee Steckline at 10, Taylor Heisey at 9, Ella Shelton at 8, Daryl Watts at 7. Daryl Watts is a pretty big omission.
Yeah,
in that first
Watsy
one
was
too.
a big omission. But like, do they have goalies in this one?
Yeah, because it's Anne-Renee Desbiens at 6, Alex Carpenter at 5, Hillary Knight at 4, Sarah Fillier at 3, Renata Fast at 2, Marie-Philippe Poulet at 1. And then to see Erin Frankel's just outside of the top 10 too, to give you guys kind
I was
of
going to say, where'd Frankel end up?
she's at 11, Kendall Coyne is at 12 on
12.
that one. So it's so hard. And me and you are sitting here like not having made lists. And I know like if I made a list, I'd be mad at my own list. It's there's so many great players in this league. It's fun to see different platforms getting in and ranking them though.
Yeah. What interests me in the top 25 players for Kenzie and Cheryl's list was that both Ella and Renata are in the top 10. And both are with Toronto. So Toronto must be smiling big at that. But I do feel like Steckline and Keller, there should be, of the 10, there should be 3D, 1 goalie, and the rest forwards.
Yeah.
They almost
it's
got
tough
it.
when you're ranking all the positions together.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier to do a positional list.
Yeah. A positional list would be way easier.
I know. But this is more fun.
Importance
it's more
to the team, top 25. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
100%. So shout out to EA, shout out to TSN. Love seeing those lists. Won't make one myself. I actually want to talk about this briefly before we get into Courtney's Corner because on Mondays, as you know, Tessa, we do fits of the week at Jocks and Jills. And Buckles and I, we have a different system this year. We're like gathering photos as they're taken. Like we've got discourse going all week long. Like we're trying to do a better job of this because I like doing fits of the week, but suddenly it's become the most stressful part of my job because as soon as I drop them, I have 10 DMs from players, from fans. Sometimes some people have my phone number. I get texts about people angry about where they're ranked or not ranked and like thinking I'm overrating some people or not rating some people. Listen, I try my best. And honestly,
Julia,
look at me. I wear a hoodie on every episode of this podcast. I wore a hoodie to the GoldenEyes opener with jeans that haven't fit me in 2 years. Like, clearly I'm in no position to be doing the style rankings. I just want to put that out there. I just think that they're a fun thing to do, and I do my best.
You're never going to please everybody. It doesn't matter. Just put it out there. They're great fits. They're all great fits.
They're all great fits. Like, you guys all look so good. I saw so many, the Ottawa game versus Vancouver, there were so many good outfits walking in, Tessa, that I started to get stressed out. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to rank
top 10
them?
per game. Now it's got to be per game.
I know. And then I tried to sneak it. Like, I tried to not rank them. I tried to just put my top 10 favorites in. Everyone's like, you got to be ranking them. Like, if you're not ranking them, who's the best? Like, what's the point? So whatever, I'll be cutthroat. I'll rank them this Monday. You asked for it.
You're going to rank them, hey?
I'm going to rank them. I'm going to go 10 to 1. And I'm scared.
That just added a lot of stress.
Everyone was so mad. I know, but it feels like everyone's like, nice style rankings. Why aren't they rankings? And I'm like, oh God, you're so right. I guess I have to
Why
make
aren't
them rankings.
they? Where's the rank?
Where's the ranking part? I tried to just, put them up there in an order that I thought was appropriate. Not good enough. Not good enough. So I will be ranking going forward. Okay, I did a little bit of a rant. We've been talking a lot. I've had a few rants, actually. One was Dancing with the Stars related.
I know, that one escalated very quickly.
I actually have to shut up. Great news, guys. We have someone way more fun than my Dancing with the Stars rants or my Fits of the Week rants to join us. Like she does every Friday, it's our favorite segment. It is our favorite hockey coach around with just one of the best accents in the game and one of the best personalities. It is time for Courtney's Cornah. Okay, opening weekend is behind us. And of course, our favorite guest brings our favorite giveaway ever. Courtney Kennedy rocking the Boston Fleet sailor cap. Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you so much for bringing us that lovely headwear. Like, we needed this on Jocks and Jills today.
I'm telling you, they won the day with that. It was fantastic.
They won the year with
hat.
that. Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the detail, the little rope across, it doesn't look
no, it's
like...
not. This isn't fit. This is etched in. This is embroidered.
Oh my gosh, that's a thing.
Is it one size fits?
No, it's not. And here's where I'm really going to get you now. If you can see this in the back here.
Yeah.
It's a snapback.
This is a legit snapback. So,
stop it.
At the Fleet, they're not worried. Whatever size head you have, like they're gonna outfit you.
Are these online, Julia? I'm going to look.
I have no idea, but I need one. Were you expecting that when you walked in, Court?
No, I thought the giveaway would be gone, to be honest with you, when I got in there. I'm like coming in hot. And it was there. There was a plethora. There was a plethora.
Yeah, great choice of words.
Every now and again I whip one out, but it was like a plethora, and I'm like, look at these hats, and they were just shiny, So we grab them and we walk right in, and everybody,
unreal.
Like all the fans have them on the whole game, like really cool.
So I'm on the website right now and I'm debating, is it under collectibles? or headwear? I feel like that's
It
a
should be
collectible.
It's got to be
I'd do
both.
both.
It is collectible headwear, I would say. It's got to
It's like
fall under
some
both
songs on a certain
categories.
playlist. They're both. They're both. You can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're both.
Okay, not under headwear. Although they do have nice headwear.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Anywho,
good.
sorry.
It's a beautiful thing. We talk
Yeah,
about
it's a-
headwear a lot
it's a-
on this.
It's a good
segment.
hat, and I know a lot of all the fans have them, and knowing these fans, they'll wear them. They'll wear them every game.
Oh,
I hope so. It brought me so much joy to see all the little white caps on. It really felt like the crew of a ship. Like everybody had their little
I
hat
think we
on,
should
and
add to the
everybody was.
outfit.
I
Why
agree.
not? Coat.
Every game.
Give
add
out a
on.
new
So by the
piece.
end of it, like the real fans, like are straight up.
They are
fully and-
outfitted, and they could go lobster fishing with you.
They
Yes,
could.
you can bring them all on the ship.
Yeah, people will think we're so legit, but we really don't know what we're doing. But they're
Yeah,
like,
no.
those hats.
What a cruise that would be. Oh man,
Yeah.
I would pay money to be there.
Yeah, that's so good.
Oh, we're
That
on
might
to
be
something.
next. I'll open it up to Fleet fans. Come on to this lobster bowl league. Bring your hat. Bring
Yep.
your hat. Bring your
You
green
need a hat.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to the great giveaway and the great Sailors hats, awesome game on Sunday between Montreal and Boston. I think the thing that Tess and I were most impressed by all weekend long through all 4 home openers in the PWHL was how well the rookies were able to play and kind of, I used the term dirty shirts a few times on our Tuesday edition of the pod, but that's how they were all fitting in. Did you notice the same thing? Some of the rookie players in this league fitting in really seamlessly?
You know what? I really did. First of all, I found all the games very exciting.
Me too.
Like they're back and forth, and it's why I love this league. It's like very quick transitional hockey, and they strike, and when they strike hard, and they can shoot hard. So it's a really fun game to watch. But I actually tip my hat to the I could really do it. Tip my hat to the coaches because I think they're setting up some of those studs to be successful as well. Because you want your top players that you really believe in, and you see that future to have success right away. And it's not easy, and it can become a mind game really quick if you have a funky start. So I think the coaches did a great job of finding ways to put certain players in great roles to have that success and kick the season off. So I was very impressed.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to accredit it to, if it's just the coaches or if it's the fact that these ladies actually were taking the time while in college to like sit down and watch these games, and they were that into it. Because
it's a good point.
Season 1, season 2, even talking to the ladies postseason, like how's the body doing? How was even season 2? I think in chatting with Pooh, she was like, this year was still different than year 1. In year 1, everyone was like, oh my gosh, like. That was like, what an adjustment. Even like now we know how to train in the summer, like, because their bodies were just aching. And now they know, okay, what's the load with the travel, all of that. So I find I'm most impressed the way these young kids just adapted. And sometimes your game can be there, but like mentally you're still like frozen.
That's the part.
That's
that
the
you worry
part
about.
that's impressive to me.
Even if you have a
that-
weird start or you trip in warmups, like that could really, no
100%.
joke, you could just be like, everything's wrong. I didn't do this
I
right. I'm
know.
not ready. And so
None of that.
I think teammates, I think like a lot of those teams who had successful, like younger players, rookies, if you will, I think the teammates too. What is that locker room like? How are they making them feel? Like, are they looking at them as competitors and like, I don't want you to take my spot? Or is it a little bit of both? I don't want you to take my spot, but I need you to do well so we can do well, because everyone
Right.
wants to win the cup. So very impressive though.
What do you think the hardest part to making that step? Because there used to be just like you play collegiate and then you try and make the national team, right?
Yeah.
And that jump was insane. There's a ton of great players out there that never made that jump, that were like head scratchers. You're like, hold the phone.
Yeah.
Like you were the top scorer in all of the NCAA and you can't make that jump. But there is a massive adjustment, not only with style of play, speed of play, but also the role you're handed when you go to these teams. So what do you think the hardest thing for these young kids to adapt to would be coming into the PW in their season 1?
There's like a few things, like, first of all, and this is very basic, but I always think you got to pass hard, and it sounds ridiculous, but I find that sometimes you're kind of laying up a pass that you think is hard, but it's not. You got to put everything behind that thing. I mean, this thing's got to be, it's a pass, not a shot, but it's still, they got to pass harder. And usually it's how are you winding that thing up and you're ready to just zing it, and it's got to be on target. And so I think passing and actually putting it into the space it needs to be in is harder at this level. And it's if you miss the pass, that transitional play back could be in the back of your net. So I just think it's almost like a bigger risk reward and more dangerous. So harder passing, I think it's something that you can adjust to quick, but it might catch you in the first game as you lay a soft thing through the neutral zone. I also know that people are on you right away. So once you get to a puck, and let's say you even just beat a guy and you're coming out of the corner, that girl's coming to get you. She is right on you, right behind your back, and she's about to pick up your stick. So I find a lot of times they get pickpocketed a lot because they're not ready for that quick, immediate speed and the compete that comes out of it. And then the last piece is being shot ready and then quick release shot. And so you don't have time to even catch it and look. It's all one motion. You're already slamming it to the back because goalies will be positionally strong to get there if you give them the time. Right. And I think those three pieces in particular, hard passing, not getting pickpocketed. So you're moving your feet. Where is everybody? What's my next play? And being shot ready could really get you a good spot as a rookie and help you as you chip away at the other pieces of the game and understanding systems. But I think those are the biggest glaring ones. Yeah.
I love that you said those because Mel Davidson used to always cram it into our head every practice. Know where you're putting the puck before you get it. And it was just know your options. Be a play or two ahead.
Future. You got to think in the future.
Seriously, you watch the best of the best. I used to work for Leafs TV. I covered the Leafs, and I loved sitting up high when Sidney Crosby was in town because I would ISO him when he was on the ice, and he was always a play ahead. You could tell. You were watching him. You're like, that guy already knows what's happening out here. It's nuts. The other thing I love that you did, and I always kind of mention this to coaches sometimes, but in practice, for the first 5 minutes, you should always have some type of passing drill where you're passing to a player or a partner and you're trying to make them not be able to accept your pass. You're passing so hard. So that for the rest of the practice, your passing hard feels soft. And your soft passes feel like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? So I love that. And even on the national program, you want it to get over there and it be hard to pick up. So it's just
and as a coach, you feel weird opening a drill with awesome players and being like, we're going to pass stationary. However, it's important. Even standing wall to wall, that's a hard pass to make.
It is.
Yeah.
And you're not moving. So how are you getting over there and on target?
Think about how many cross ice passes are made in a game though. Sometimes you got to zip it through the neutral zone going full tilt and that thing better get there.
Yep. No, it's a thing you notice right away. And even when I am skating with some of these players in the summer, you can tell the players who are passing really hard have usually been in the league a little bit longer. And the other ones are getting it, and then you just hound on them, and they get it quick because they know how to pass. It's just a habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit.
Passing harder. Interesting.
Yeah. Julie's going to go in the garage and work on her passing.
I know. If you need me this afternoon, that's where I'll be. Just firing pucks back and forth in the garage. You mentioned that quick release shot. We were talking last week about wanting to see Megan Keller shoot more. She gets a goal in the opening game of the season. What did you think of that pairing of Keller and Wynn? I thought it was awesome.
It was fun. And I get excited for Meg Keller because I love seeing her with a fantastic D partner who can skate so well and is a really nice human. It seems like a great pairing, and watching them get a puck, a face-off win to Keller on the wall, and the way she zings that pass across that blue line ready to win, and then Wynn collects it, accepts it. She's dangerous, threat to net. The amount of options they open up from being threatening, they always extend offensive plays, and that's really fun. And they're not selfish. They're not just in a tunnel. They're gonna be threatening to net, but if you're open on the side and they're gonna see you in the periphery, they're gonna find you. Yeah. And so, what a dangerous pairing! Unbelievable skaters too. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it's easy to watch. You're just you're comfortable in your chair watching them. It's just
it was beautiful moments of power. I love a good crisp D2D pass.
Truly artistic.
And there was just so many of them, and even when. Reading the play, knowing to dive in and be close. Because if the defensive group is all crowded front, then we don't need our D on the blue line. We can be crowded, finding those little seams for that quick release shot. And, Wynn's always hunting, Keller's always hunting. So if you kind of lose them a little bit, that might be danger,
Yeah, this Boston team feels a little danger. I'm not going to lie.
I loved their response. Every time there was, because Montreal, it's one of my favorite games to watch, Boston-Montreal. I love it. Yeah. It's hyped up. There definitely feels a little more anger between the two. It's a great rivalry. I love it. And so when they're coming in and you see Stacey Poo and they're coming in, I thought Boston did a fantastic job of flooding back middle and really trying to take away immediate danger plays. And I thought they were really good at staying more as a unit in the D zone. I liked them.
They knew the assignment because they knew who's out there, right?
Yeah, keep them on the outside. Don't let them get in there. And I thought Montreal stayed outside for the most part. They really tried to get sticks middle. Frankel,
Tough to beat.
fantastic. I mean, Davienne, fantastic. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah.
They both
Like-
were. We popped off on both of them on Tuesday.
I think they're unbelievable. So,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun to watch. So what fun hockey.
Did you, by chance, catch any of the Ottawa-New York game where Rory Gilday absolutely sent Sarah Fillier back to last week?
Yeah, I was right on that wall, planted her.
Yeah. She had a couple
it's
big
not-
ones.
Dude, that would be like me trying to go head-to-head with you down the boards. Like, I would never.
I don't know. I think you're pretty feisty, though. I think you're pretty feisty.
You
I'd come
would.
at you stick first like a joust. I wouldn't try and take you.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. You gotta know what you have.
Or I'd come
Use
in
it,
and do
yeah.
a quick duck for a hip check. But like, man,
Yeah, now I don't have my knees anymore.
yeah,
I'm done.
props to Philly for
Yeah.
going that one though.
Hey, you know what? I feel like good for you. You know what you got to do, and you just got to pop up and know it's part of the game. And they'll play again, and I'm sure she'll get her number back where she anticipates maybe that hit and jukes out of it. But I think that's why I'm a big Gilday fan. Is I love the way she plays that game, and it does make forwards a little nervous.
Hell yeah, it
You
does.
know, like that's a big dude in there. Like you have to be
Yeah.
a little nervous. Is she gonna come? So now instead of just holding the puck and looking for the play, you're like, I don't want to get killed. So it does add a very interesting piece, just her size alone.
I don't want to get killed. Yeah, I don't want to get killed right now.
Yeah,
so-
like I'm gonna just rim that puck over there.
Yeah.
To the soft spot.
go over there. Go over there.
Yeah, like I don't, and then now maybe you're getting it. So yeah, it does work. But I liked when I watched New York Ottawa. I thought, first of all, back and forth game. Like
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. I thought the goalies were both fantastic. And when I watched New York, like I'm a big Hart J fan. Like I probably
Yeah.
am I saying her name wrong? I'm so bad at this. Is it Hart G,
Hart
Hart J? But either way, I think she's a really smart, cerebral, fantastic hockey player. And so whoever you're putting her with, if those players are going to stay close and be shot ready, you're going to see a lot of success out of it. And I thought that was on display. I thought New York was fantastic with being shot ready in those slot and small, short little areas. Every time it came there, they were burying it. Made it really hard for Phillips. It made it really hard. And so now you need your D to be picking up sticks because there's going to be the third, fourth rebounds going in. You got to take clear out body. It's a hard assignment.
Yeah. We even
So I was-
said we thought because that line was buzzing so hard and taking everything to net, which it felt like they were cycling hard. They were like, it wasn't even like a clean, beautiful cycle. It was a gritty
Nope.
cycle.
It was
And there was
chaos.
always two.
Yeah.
So like when you have two around puck, F1, F2 around puck, F2 always coming to help, even if there's a blunder of a puck, your odds of getting it back are pretty decent.
yeah.
If F1's alone on an island and F2's like, well, I'm open over here, or I'll see what she does. I like that line kept almost going at each other, F1 and 2.
That's what it was,
Finding
yeah.
pucks, making plays. And now the defensive unit's like, and now they're reacting. They're always second later in reacting. And I thought that's why that there was a change up in terms of how that game ended. you know?
100%. And we felt it made things a little chaotic for Phillips too and Ned. It was like, jeepers.
She
like,
did
the
all she
hell?
could, right?
Everything.
It was always like a third effort that went in. Like she never
it
got
almost
beat.
felt like
Yeah.
there's two pucks. There's almost felt like sometimes there was two pucks, and you're just like, just save
100%.
that one. How does just save that puck too? And how did it get over there? How did that even? Yeah, no, it was. They were when they smelled the blood in the water. They were a very dangerous team. That New York
Totally.
team really did a
If
good
that
job.
line can keep doing that, New York's going to be a problem all season long because
Yeah,
the
and
other
that's
lines are
the-
just going to catch fire too.
That's the hard part of it too, though, right now. So now you got game one in, and so you had an awesome game. Maybe you didn't have a great game, but like now what happens to game two? But I think in game two, it's like, okay, now what are you bringing? Because slowly you need to be developing trust within your teammates and with your coaches.
Yeah.
And so how are you getting that trust? Are you showing up every day, doing things the right way? Just because you had success, it might not just be because I had up many goals or assists. Maybe the result, you can't focus too much on that and more about how did you get into those positions to make those plays? Why was your line flying? And so I think that having great reflection on why you were successful and then finding why you weren't. You got to tackle those because if you just take the win and just be like, it was great, those things sneak up on you. So it'll be really exciting to see what these teams that won do with game two and how the players respond because it is a mental game at one point.
Totally. And then how other teams start scouting you. They're
Oh, yeah.
pre-scout on you,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So they're going to learn how this
It's a really
line
good
plays.
point, Tessa.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I always relate it to being a brand new quarterback in the NFL is easy if you're good because
Yep.
no one has a scouting report on you. And year two is
Right.
probably the hardest year you will ever have because
It's a
all
really
of a
good
sudden
point.
everybody knows. Yeah.
Yep. Cat's out of the bag. So
Cat's
what
out
are
of
you
the
doing when they
bag.
know you're good?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
If you see any of those hats laying around,
Guys, I'm on it already.
fire them
Guys.
our way. We've been one thing about Jocks and Jills is we will scrounge around for free merch until someone says
Guys, we can get this hat, you know?
Yes.
And I don't want to, like, we could slide into Marm's DMs too and also just be like, hey, we want fleet.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Sliding into her DMs apparently has like an 100%
But I
efficiency
got
rate.
people. I'll shoot some texts around. Come on, somebody hook us up. Jocks and Jills need some fleet hats. What are we
just
doing?
2 hats and whatever
All
other
right.
part of the outfit you're making.
Oh, yeah, that's what I got. I got to push. That's the part I got to push.
Yeah.
The whole
100%.
sailor outfit,
Full
the
suit.
lobster boat.
The gloves.
Courtney, thank you so much for the time as always. This was awesome.
Awesome being here with you guys. Take care.
She's got the hats, man,
I
and we
know.
need them.
She's going to pull through for us. She's a legend.
I hope so. Everybody's like teasing us with these hats. I need one back here.
Yeah.
I need the foot photo of you. I need a Boston Fleet hat all in my background. Like my background's looking a little naked lately.
No one needs feet pictures of me, but go on.
I do. I absolutely need feet pictures of you. No games Thursday night, but tonight, Friday, Seattle's first ever home opener. Sounds like
Huge.
there is going to be the last couple of days, Torrent players sounding the Kraken siren.
Yep.
Kraken players wearing Torrent jerseys. Yeah, absolutely love to see it. And I think we're going to see some history on Friday night in terms of American attendance records at a pro women's hockey game at a home venue.
Apparently,
Very excited.
They're on course to do it. Let's go, Seattle.
Yeah, let's
Team's
see
looking
it.
for their first win of the season too. Like this is lining up to be the perfect storm.
It's going to be sick. And after post game in Vancouver, when you and I were there, when we weren't just like watching videos on our phone while the players were talking, someone in the crowd, I think it was Haley Salvia that asked what Hillary Knight thought of the crowd in Vancouver, how
Seattle's
she
better.
might compare it to Seattle. Yeah, and she said it's definitely going to be louder in Seattle, and I feel like the fans are going to deliver with that.
Heck
and I
yeah.
love a little West Coast controversy, so very excited for Seattle's home opener.
Yeah. You know what
It's
else is
gonna be
cool?
awesome.
Sam Miskevich, her brother,
Yes,
wore the GoldenEyes t-shirt walking in. The twin brother, might I add.
I didn't even realize they were twins. Pretty
Mackie,
cool.
yeah.
And both of them.
Good play, Mackie.
Yeah, that is really nice. Sweet. Twin
is.
relationships.
I know.
I don't know that many twins. Like, especially, I know like sets of boys and sets of girls, but I don't know a single.
Boy, girl.
Yeah,
neither.
me neither. Cool. Good
I'm
for
actually
them.
going through my Rolodex in my head right now, and I do not.
I don't know a boy girl twin set. So the Sam Skeviches are
Sounds like we're going to make 2 new friends, Julia.
Yeah, we need them both on the podcast. We love families on this podcast. We especially love moms on this podcast.
Yes, we
Tessa.
do.
Minnesota doing something special with moms.
December 19th is their Hockey Mom Appreciation Night in conjunction with like Minnie hosting the World Junior Championship coming up. Nominate your moms, okay? They're going to do a special thing where they honor the mothers on the 19th that win said contest. You can enter to win online. We'll make sure we post the link in our description. So if you got a good mom and you're trying to figure out a way to let your mom know that she rocks and she's awesome, probably one of the best hockey moms out there, give her a little nomination, Minnesota. Get on there. Nominate her.
Yeah.
Let her be honored at the December 19th game. Because what else would she want to be doing? Aside
Seriously.
from cheering on the Frost.
That's so sweet. We are like the CEO of hockey
Mom
mom
love.
fans
Yeah.
on Jocks and Jills. My mom FaceTimed me actually in the middle of this record. I'm like, I got to call her back. I need to know what she needs. So yeah, make sure you get your nominations in for that. Now it's time for our player interview, brought to you by Sober Carpenter, the official non-alcoholic beer of the PWHL, brewed for those who love beer without the hangover. And this is a good one. This is like someone, like, it's like giving us a gold mine when we interview Emma
Yeah.
Malte's roommate, because you know Malte is gonna dig over the dirt. She's like passing it over to us with an absolute shovel.
Yeah.
Maggie Connors is such a character. I feel like she's an underrated character in the PWHL.
Totally. And I love that, like, we got to get to know her a little bit at the Blue Jays games in the World Series. Like, there was just a few players that we got to hang out with that I was just like, this is nice, because I don't think I would have done this otherwise.
Yeah. And again, just such a character. A little bit quirky too. And you'll hear all about that in our interview with the one and only Maggie Connors. All right. We are so excited today to learn a little bit more about the life of a showgirl that is Maggie Connors, and the life of being a Toronto Scepter, and the life of being Emma Malte's roommate. Like, I'm obsessed with seeing the videos, and I feel like there's a lot we have to get into. Maggie, thank you so much for hopping on with us today.
I'm excited to be here. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. We got a lot to talk about, guys.
I know, there's a lot to get into.
Yeah, we were really contemplating opening up with like either a Taylor Swift reference or like that charge, that, you know, that chant that we were doing
at the Jays
700
game.
times in a game.
Yeah.
Maggie and I have a very big issue. She, as well as me, noticed that the Blue Jays don't have enough cheers. There's only one or two, and that was the charge one, which we felt like doesn't really fit in a baseball setting.
No, and we would just like look at each other and do this. Like game 7, and then that was it.
And they played at the most random times. It was like guys are warming up. They just changed innings. We were like, I don't feel that this.
So that was the issue. Obviously, they needed more organized cheering.
Yeah, we need more chants going on. But I won't lie, our section was pretty hype the whole time.
Thanks to obviously
we brought the noise.
Yeah, well, you're an understander of all things sports. From what I've learned about you, you're a very big sports fanatic. Person, which is pretty cool and awesome, because I feel like obviously it's cool. You're a huge Swiftie fan. You play for the Scepters. You got to deliver or drop off a jersey that we tried to get to Tay, right?
Yeah, last year during like a photo shoot, it was like when we were releasing our own jerseys, they also had one for like Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift, and I had the great honor of like kind of showing it to the camera and giving it send off and like giving it a message to them. And it was a lot of fun. I don't know if it ever got to them, but the fact that we had a Swift jersey with Scepters was pretty cool.
And you touched it, and maybe she touched it. We don't know.
Took a picture.
It might be somewhere in her vicinity.
Yeah,
like, we don't know.
You wore it?
Oh my God. Yeah. I had to get a picture in it.
That's so sick.
100%.
Honestly, if it ever makes its way to her and you find out that you've worn it as well, like, it'll be so iconic.
Oh, I know. I've thought about that. I was like, posted on my story right away. Like, people loved it. It's like, this is a Swift jersey. Like, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's so good. Tensa mentioned you're a lover of many sports. Can you take us back to growing up in Newfoundland and your introduction to sport? And like, was it always hockey for you right from the jump?
Yeah, I would say, I think it was like mostly always hockey for me as like my primary sport. Yeah, so I grew up in Newfoundland. I started playing or like skating when I was like 3 or 4. My parents like started me with figure skating, and I have 2 older brothers, which is like pretty, I feel like, classic. And I had 2 older brothers, and they were in hockey. And I saw what they were doing, and my parents put me in figure skating, and I was like, no, like this is not going to last for me. And it was like one skate, and I was like, I want to be like them. Like, I don't want to, just skate. Like, I want to like play with the puck. I want to do what they're doing. I want to play a game. So my parents like built an outdoor rink, and
wicked,
got on there with like my wind up skate boots, those like old skates, plastic stick, and a tennis ball. And I like went to town.
Wicked.
And I was like, I love this game. And so I don't know. I grew up playing hockey, and it was mostly because of my brothers. Played with the boys like a lot. And then I had like a few other sports going on. Like I did a little bit of track and field. I played soccer. I played a little bit of lacrosse in high school, but like it was always hockey for me. Like that was my primary sport that I loved. And then, played with the boys. And then there was obviously that time when like I'm probably 4'8", and guys are like almost 6 foot, and like I haven't grown yet. And I'm like, my parents were like, we probably should not hit. So I moved over to the girls' side, and then I ended up moving away, and I went to Shattuck St. Mary's, and I obviously still go back to Newfoundland. Like I love that place. It's my like best place on earth. So like I always go back there. But once I was 12, I moved away from home, and that's kind of like where my hockey journey like started to go everywhere, and ended up in Toronto. But
that's so small to move away from home.
I know.
I got to interview your mom once last year at a Scepters game. She's so sweet. Your parents are both doctors, right?
Yeah, they are. They're both cardiologists.
So smart. So cool. Are they hockey people?
My dad played hockey growing up, and my mom was always skating. Like she lived on a pond, so she was always playing pond hockey growing up. But
That's cool.
yeah, she played a few sports growing up. She was big into water skiing, which is really cool, I think.
Oh
On the
man, stop.
ocean?
Water skiing shows. I love those.
I know.
Actually, because she barefoot.
Well, I don't know exactly. I know they would like 1 foot water ski all the time. There would be like
Yeah.
multiple of them coming off
The
the back of the
stacking?
boat. Yeah.
Coolest.
I know.
That is so cool.
I know.
They have like trick skis with like no fin on the back. They can like
Yeah.
flip back and forth. Your mom does that? That is so cool.
I know. I'm like,
and
I wish
she's
I
a
could.
cardiologist. So what
Jack
don't your
of all
parents do?
trades. Jack of all trades.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, they're awesome.
That's cool. Are they still out west? East?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
out
yeah,
east?
yeah, they are. So they still live at home in my family childhood home, which is
No way.
awesome.
That's the coolest.
Yeah, and so they come out a lot though. Like when the season starts, my mom is like, I don't know if you guys know like flight passes, but like obviously you travel a lot when you're from the East Coast and you want to come to Toronto. So like my mom's always like looking at her call schedule for work and seeing like what games that she can come to and what she can't, and like telling her what games like I would love her to be at. So yeah, they come out a
Aw.
lot. They definitely do a lot of traveling because me and my brothers like don't live there anymore, but we all go back as much as we can. Like it's again, best place on earth. I love Newfoundland and Labrador so much.
Aw.
Listen, I'm an East Coast advocate. Like I love that there's 2 games going on in Halifax. I think it's
I
great.
know.
I have walked the streets in Newfoundland. George Street is everything that everyone
It's
has ever
everything.
said about it. Whether
You get
you
screeched
remember it or
in?
not. Huh? Oh yeah, I've been screeched.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Kiss the
Have
fish.
to.
There was also a puffin, I think, one time. I was
Yeah.
like, this is backwards. But yeah, I actually like the
Oh.
screech. I'm not gonna lie. And so do my parents.
crazy.
Do you remember your first George Street experience? And at what age did you frequent the bars on George Street?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I feel like East Coast, there is no IDing. It was just like, come on in.
No, yeah, the age thing is like, especially on the East Coast, is a little bit loose, I would say, but I don't know if I can like say that
Oh yeah,
publicly,
is
you
it
know.
18
But
there?
no, it's 19, but you know,
Julia,
like,
I
depend-
swear
No, I
it
thought it
was
was.
19.
I honestly thought it was Quebec, because Quebec is 18,
Yeah,
and
some
then there's
places
somewhere
are
west
18.
that's 18 too, right?
yeah, I don't.
Is it Alberta?
Alberta's 18.
Alberta's 18,
Yeah.
and to me, Newfoundland fits in that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're, whatever, 18
I
works.
think in
I guess I made
Newfoundland
that
is
up
we'll
in my
put a
head.
number, but really, meh.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, like it's funny because the street is like, is right next to Water Street, which is like the main downtown street. So like no matter your age, like you're kind of like always around it. It's just like, at what age do you like go past dinner time to go there? You know what I mean? So like I've always
Right.
like been familiar with it. I feel like my first experience is like going there, like when I was younger, was like getting people screeched in. And there's a place called like Christian's Pub that I try to not like give away too many details because it's just like a complete performance and like show.
Cool.
To long story short, just take a shot and kiss a fish. But like it's so worth it. And every single person that visits, like I've had my college friends visit, like it's awesome. I'm trying to get some girls from the Scepters to come down and like
I don't want
visit.
to ruin it. Is
Yeah.
it the one where he's wearing like the rain suit, like the
Yeah.
yellow hat with the?
That's
yeah,
where
okay.
you went.
I
So,
did.
yes, that's
Yeah.
the place to go. I think
Yeah.
that's the best
Oh,
place.
that is
He's
so
got the
cool.
paddle.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he tells
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole story and like
It's great.
yeah, it's awesome. So I
awesome.
feel like that was honestly my first experience going down there. And then over COVID at the beginning, I feel like I don't know if COVID like hit Newfoundland a little bit later, but the summer of 2020 was crazy. Like in terms of like we had like a really good lockdown situation, so you had to like quarantine before you got there and all that stuff. And so initially there was, still some time to like socialize right when I like came home from Princeton. And so that was always fun. And then obviously it got a lot more serious when like things started to get worse. But
Yeah.
no. George
So
Street's a great
Newfoundland
place to be.
was delayed on the COVID, on the
I think
everything
so.
COVID. Yeah.
I think so. Like, well, obviously we got really strict quarantine like as months progressed, but right away it was like you had to do that quarantine for 2 weeks. But then there was like a announcement on the news every single day of how many cases we had in Newfoundland and Labrador. And I swear, like it was like 10 for a long time. Like I could be
Really?
like, it was really low and it was like very impressive. And there was so much testing and it was so rigorous. And then once like more travel started to happen, it like obviously progressed. But initially, like they kept it really low. So it was nice because there wasn't a ton of restrictions once you were there.
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
You guys had it on lock out
We
there.
had
Can
it-
I just say, Maggie, like I know you moved away at 12. Is that why you don't have the Newfoundland accent?
Yeah, like
do
what
you
the
think?
heck?
Like, did you have it when you went to Shattuck?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I'm glad. I don't really know if I have like videos of me talking like before I was 12, but
I need those videos.
me too. People tell me to turn it on all the time.
Can
I
you? We were
can't.
going to ask you.
No, I can't, guys. Not if
Does it happen when you're around family and at home?
yes,
Or when
if
you're
I'm
drinking?
home. Yeah, like if I'm home, but like more so like around my friends from home, like oh, it's turned on immediately. And it's like jokes, like we immediately start to like go into that kind of slang or like funny words that we have. But I lost it definitely like a few years into Shattuck because I had it when I first went there, and then I spent 5 years there, and then 5 years at Princeton, and then like to Toronto. So it's been a minute since I had it, but my parents have it and I don't realize that they do. And then like someone will hear them talk on the phone and they're like, oh my God, your dad has such a strong accent. Like I had no idea.
Does
But
he?
I think
That's
it kinda
crazy
does.
because your brain, your mouth doesn't sound like what you say doesn't sound like them, but your brain doesn't know the difference between the two.
I know. Well, I also think some people can like turn it on more. Like I find when my dad is like talking to certain people, he like really puts the accent on. But when he's talking to me, I
Really?
feel like he kind of takes it off. Yeah, I think so.
I feel that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I
So
get
you
the
never
northern
throw, like,
accent
a
going
bye
when
out
I go
there?
home too.
Yeah.
And my dad, I find when he's talking business, goes heavier into the Northern Ontario accent than
Yeah.
the normal. So I think it's a
They get
what
in
they talked about.
They get
another
the
straight
groove and it
flex.
just comes out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. And you go way back with Troy Ryan, right? And CJ Jackson too. When we had him on, he was telling us about how he like coached one of your
Yeah.
provincial teams, I think, when you were way younger. What do you remember about that?
I don't think he ever like necessarily coached me when I was super young, but I've always like everyone on the East Coast like knows Troy Ryan in terms of like first of all like what he's done and like in his coaching career is like unbelievable, but especially when you take that back to the East Coast, like we don't like joke about it, but like it's known like he's like a legend on the East Coast. Like people
Really?
in hockey like know Troy Ryan for sure. And I know that even this summer he was telling me he like went back and did a camp in Newfoundland. And I don't know if it was like a Hockey Canada coaching clinic or like exactly what it was, but even one of my friends I grew up playing with and is now trying to be like a goalie coach. She texted me and she's like, Troy's here, like this is awesome, like he's coaching the other people, like he's coaching the players, like, and she immediately called me and was like, I can't believe Troy's here, like, and so I think just the impact that he's had on like the women's game and hockey in general, and the fact that he's like from the East Coast is so incredible. And the support that you feel, I feel like, and I'm biased, but I think the support you feel when you're from that area is just incredible. And I know like he's not from Newfoundland, but when he went there, like I've heard so many things about how he was there, and like girls that came to my camp were like emailing me telling me that Troy was in town. And so yeah, it's awesome. I don't think I was ever necessarily like coached by him.
Got it.
But yeah, no, I've
It's so
known
wild
him
to
for a
think of
while.
him as not wild, but he's just such a low key guy that
Yeah.
I can imagine him just trying to fly under the radar as hard as he possibly can out there, and it would be totally impossible, probably.
Yeah, oh, for
100%.
sure. I think he would definitely try to like, not make it a big deal and kind of like be calm, but like everyone's like, oh my God, I get to like learn from Troy Ryan at this clinic. So I think that was pretty exciting for him.
That's wild.
Mhm.
Troy. The least wanted celebrity. You know what I mean? The guy
For
that
sure.
just is like, please stop looking at me and asking questions and talking to me.
Yeah.
I just want to be a coach.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like when you have that
Uh,
success, it comes with it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you and your family come to the decision to have you move away at the age of 12?
Mhm.
And I'm assuming you didn't live in your own room by yourself. Like did you have a billet? Like did another family adopt you? What took place here?
Yeah, so I think I was the one that was like, I really want to go.
Wow.
But not knowing like it's not just like hockey camp. Like I didn't like really grasp what was happening. My parents were kind of like pumping the brakes at first. We had a few like other family friends go to Shattuck, and it is like somewhere that you hear a lot about, especially when you're doing research into like if I'm not going to play in Newfoundland, like where should I play? And you like looking at boarding schools, and Shattuck came up a lot. And I went to I went to the summer camp there and kind of, I really loved the campus and loved what they had to offer. And I ended up deciding between Appleby and Shattuck because I knew that if I was at Appleby, there was like a potential, I believe at the time, to like play with Oakville Hornets, which is funny because then I'm like crossing paths with Sarah Fillier and like Emma and all them. But yeah, so that was between my two options. But because I wanted to go in 8th grade, it was like Appleby, you had to bill it for a year before you could be in the dorms. And Shattuck, it was like straight dorms. And my parents at the time were just like much more comfortable with like dorms. They have everything for you. It's your meal plan. Like you don't need to be like driven around. Like it's all in one. And they just felt more comfortable with that. And I loved it. I toured both schools. And it was like really hard to move away at first. I think the feeling of it was just a hockey camp like wore off a little bit quickly. And then I ended up being like, when my mom would leave, like I would definitely cry a few times. And like my parents were like, it was so hard for them. Like in the beginning, my mom came down like every week and a half. Like they'll only miss one weekend that they weren't there. So I saw them all the time, but I would say it was definitely difficult, but I like loved it. Like once I was there for like a month, I was like, I'm never leaving. Like this is so fun. You get to live with your friends. Like there's so much freedom. My mom jokes like I didn't know how to do laundry. Like I called my mom once and I was like, so I have a Tide Pod and I'm about to start the dryer and I was going to throw the Tide Pod in the dryer. Like that is how like I was like just turned 12. Like I was so young and I was figuring it all out. But yeah, like I loved the move. It's funny because like you look back and we just played preseason in Ottawa and I was like sitting at a table with Blair. Blair was across from me and like Claire DeGeorge was to my left. And we were just talking about Shattuck because we'd all gone to Shattuck and like me and Claire were roommates for 2 years at Shattuck. So it's funny that now it's like full circle and we could talk endlessly about that place. But yeah, it was tough in the beginning, but I absolutely loved it.
Like as a 12-year-old, how'd you even know about, like, was it the Sidney Crosby effect from the East Coast? Like, well, Sid went there, so everyone on the East Coast has got to go to Shattuck. Yeah. Like, is that what happened?
Yeah. Like
that's why? That's how you knew about it?
I knew about it because I won't lie, like you look at the alumni that went there and I was like, I want to go there. And you hear so much about it. Again, like some family friends went there. And so I knew about it. And then I like went and visited and did the hockey camp there. And like when you're that young and you just look at the wall and you see like all the NHL players and like all the Olympians that have been there, you're like, okay, yeah, I want to go there. So like I saw that and I was like hooked.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then from Shattuck, was it always going to be an Ivy League school with 2 doctor parents or what was the recruitment process like for you?
There was no other choice.
I do think like it was definitely, if I had the opportunity to go Ivy and my parents were obviously pushing that like that was going to be my decision.
Where did they go? Out east?
Yeah, they both went to Memorial University in Newfoundland, and then they went to like med school. Well, they went to med school, then they did the residencies other places, and then my dad ended up going to Oxford and then came back. So they did their schooling like all over the place.
Hold on.
These are cool.
You totally just like
yeah, you just went to Oxford.
So they were bouncing around. My dad went to Oxford. Anyways, it's like, whoa, hold the phone. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, he went there and I believe he got his PhD there. So
my God.
I don't know exactly what it's in. I should. It's electrophysiology something. I don't
even know what that is.
Yeah,
It's
really makes cool. Sense. I know that.
So yeah, they did their schooling everywhere. They did it a little bit in Toronto as well. So and then for me, I don't know, like it was different because now it's like you can't. I don't know what it is. You can't talk to schools till you're a junior. Something like
Which
that.
Is the way it should be. That's what I had. And then they switched it to what was crazy.
Yeah.
And then now they're back to having their head on straight and letting kids be kids.
Yeah. And so I was recruited really early in terms of like, it was like 9th grade, I think, when I was kind of like starting to decide. And I remember like talking to a few different schools and like, you have interest in, I don't really know if it's still a thing, but like you receive like questionnaire forms and stuff like that. But I was always pretty set on Ivy League. And then I think when I was deciding between like which school, I also went to a camp at Princeton and visited and
cool.
I just love what they had to offer and I loved the campus. And so, yeah. then it was Princeton from there on out.
Was it at Shattuck or Princeton when you really started to go nap heavy?
I think I've been a napper for forever. Like,
Yeah.
I need a
Born
nap.
a napper?
Yes. No matter how much sleep you get, like, it's just between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m. There's no way you can tell me that you're like fully awake and like ready for the second half of the day.
So wait, you shut it down between 2 and 4, or like that's the window in which your
It's the
nap
window.
needs to happen at some point?
That's the window. And it's like, it's not a long nap. Like, it's like 20
Okay.
minutes. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Like
You
20
setting
minutes.
an alarm for that nap?
Are we talking about Emma here? Because Emma, you guys need to, I'm sure maybe you've heard this story, but so long story short, Emma's nickname is the Nap Police because so we're just living together 2 years ago, it starts. And it was like probably after one of the first days of training camp, and I'm exhausted, and it's probably like 3 or something. And so
Prime nap.
exactly,
Prime nap
prime
time.
nap time. So I set a timer on my phone, which is what I always do, for like 25 minutes. And I lay down and watching TV. I go to sleep. And I think I turned it off, but I didn't turn it off for that long. Like, I just clicked snooze or turned it off for once. And then Emma was in her room on FaceTime, and she came out of her room and saw me sleeping and was on the phone, like acting like she was like talking to Archer, who's her boyfriend, and was basically like, Maggie just won't wake up. Like, Maggie's not waking up. Like, I'm confused. Like, she's not going to sleep tonight. Like, I'm going to wake her up. But she was talking loud enough to wake me up. So then she actually woke me up, and she was like, I think you should get up. And so anyway, like, I woke up, and we're new roommates. So at this point I was like, okay. And then an hour later, I asked her, I said, so like, why did you wake me up? Like, it's not like it doesn't matter, but like, I'm confused. Like, why did you wake me up? And she was like, well, I just don't think you should be sleeping. Like, you're not going to sleep tonight.
It wasn't a game day or anything like that. She
No.
just
She went-
genuinely wanted you to have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
She went full mom mode on you?
Yeah. And then she was like, and then she had this like big realization that she wakes people up from naps. And it's just something that she's been doing. She's like, oh my God, I used to do that in college too. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think it's because like at home, like I think at home, like she wasn't a napper or something. And her mom was like saying that to her. And so, yeah, like 2 weeks into being her roommate, she was waking me up from naps. And to this day, I will not nap if Emma on the couch if Emma's here. Because
It has to
I
be a
have
closed
PTSD.
door in your room situation.
Yeah. And she knows, like, she's like, oh, Maggie's napping. But yeah, like, we have this joke that ever since I call her the nap police, and she owns it. She knows that
okay.
she wakes people up from nap.
Her side of the story, this is hilarious. She loves naps also. She sets 1,000 or 1,000,000 alarms. And like, they're not the quiet alarms. They're the terrifyingly loud ones. And now, because of her, I am the nap police.
Yeah. I do. I have really bad alarms. I have like probably over 100, and because I never delete them, I just add them. And unfortunately, some are like the
Yeah.
yeah, it's
why?
bad. I don't know, and it's so startling to wake up, and I just like should change it, and I don't. But
That's
It's okay.
Mhm.
Are you guys road roomies too?
No, we're not. We
Oh,
We
Need a
aren't
break
roommates
on
on
the
the
road.
road, but I spend a lot of time in her room. So, yeah, I think we decided first year that like we spend so much time together and we're best friends. Like, let's not be roommates on the road and like room with other people.
That's
Um,
That's
Fair.
fair.
But yeah, we still have our fair share of stories because we spend so much time together.
I can't.
Yeah. I want to hear more about Princeton because we just had Mariah Keppel on recently and we
Yes.
got to learn some of the intricacies of going to Princeton. Were you also a member of the supper club, food
Yeah,
club?
eating
Eating
club.
club?
I was.
What? I forget what it's called.
It's the Cannon Dial Elm Eating Club.
Cannon.
Cannon.
Yes, you guys were in Cannon.
Eating
Tell me
club.
about.
Stop.
And then you got to do something weird. It's not rushing. It's chatting.
Bickering.
It's
Bickering. It's bickering.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're Princeton. We're up to date on the Princeton,
Nice,
terms
guys.
and such.
Nice.
Tell us a little bit about that. And I didn't realize how different the Princeton experience was from anything else, and the fact that you guys had so much unique
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it was like I would definitely say the eating club thing is very unique, and I didn't really know a ton about it until I like actually went to Princeton. And it's so hard to describe to people because it's like okay, so halfway through your college experience, you get to like bicker, which is rush kind of thing, into an eating club. And there's 12 eating clubs on one street at Princeton. And they're essentially like, they're like very, very, very large houses that are like historic. And you have like a set number of people in them. And then like you go and they kind of have their own stereotypes, like depending your interests, depending if you're more so an athlete, like, you know, you kind of have one that you generally like, whether it's the social life, whether it's the people in it, like one that you want to be in. So you bicker. And then hopefully all goes well and you get in. That's where and then that's where you eat. That's where you study. That's where you hang out. That's where you go out, but you can also go to other ones. And it's kind of like it's nice in terms of it's like a social community that you immediately have on campus. It's a place that like, when in doubt and you don't want to be in your dorms, like you go there. But yeah, so Mariah was the social chair and she ran that place to a T. Like she made that place so fun. Like she
downplayed it so hard. I knew this. People were telling me this.
Yeah, like I think I could be wrong. Like there might be like 2 to 300 people in the club or around the 200 mark, like as a member. But then on nights out, like Mariah would be like, we got 600 people on the list tonight. And I'm like, what? Like, and so, yeah, like she was the one that generally was planning like the themes, all the work behind it, like would work with like the manager of the eating club in terms of like what they needed, what they had to order. I remember her going on and be like, we need confetti guns. Like we need.
She did.
Yeah.
We heard about the guns. They're still in use, she said.
Yeah, she set up confetti guns like outside on a balcony, like ready to like launch them off. And so, yeah, she is so creative. And like, I know it's different than like her fashion interests and stuff, but the creative side of her in terms of like the social life too, and her outfits for those events, like she made our last 2 years of our college experience very fun.
That
is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Sarah Affiliate fit into all of this?
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say.
I want to know, like, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's in it.
Oh, yeah, like right in the middle. We were all like best friends in college, and my class was really close. So, yeah, she's also best friends with Mariah, and she was also the one that we would both show up in Mariah's room and be like, okay, so like, what do we wear? But like, we don't have anything. So like, we're just asking her for her clothes, essentially.
The black jumper, we heard the black jumper was a hot commodity.
Yeah, for sure. It was.
Did you wear it? Do you have a picture in it?
I don't think so. I don't know if I ever wore it, but like I just like wore so much of her clothes, and then I had to do like the give back service. So I'd like see what I had, do laundry, fold it up, and like deliver it back to her.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
I would honestly usually just get clothes back in a pile between my college friends.
Oh, here you go.
The eyelash stuck to it.
Oh yeah. For sure. No, but Sarah really fit right in the middle. She was obviously, we're all best friends, so she was at all of it. She was fit right in the middle.
I love that.
That's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that all three of you were coached by Kara Gardner-Murray as well. What was that like? I mean, we know what she's like as a GM right now. I mean, I feel like she had that thing dialed, but as a coach, was she like cracking the whip, or was she like the goofy fun coach that let it fly sometimes?
I think she was like, it was kind of both sides, like a very fun, lighthearted, was always like making jokes, stuff like that. But then when it came to like video or on the ice, like you needed to be dialed in. Like we would do the on ice beep test once a month, the first Monday of every month.
First Monday of every month? That is so nightmare fuel. Oh my God.
Brutal.
Well, she had us in shape, that's for sure. Like we were in shape. And that's like, I feel like something she always built her teams off of was like compete, fitness and like work ethic. And so, that, and then the infamous 5K test that I used to do, which was also very difficult. There was a lot of like fitness tests, but no, she kept it a lot of fun.
Test?
Yeah, what's this thing?
Just like a 5K race. It was
running?
Yeah, like it was running. There was a route on campus, and it was included one of like a pretty big hill, like in that. But it was right at the beginning, so the hill was like doable. But
got it over with.
Yeah, like I'm not a runner, so like that was like the thing I would think about every day in the summer.
Really, you're not a runner? I feel like you got a runner bod.
I know, like I wish I was a runner, but I just hate it.
Really?
Yeah, that's fair.
So who were you racing? Like, everyone on the team?
Yeah.
All at one time?
Three, two, one,
no.
go. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it would
And
just
was
be,
everybody just opening it up? Like, were people running off the top out of fear?
For their lives?
yeah, like we had a time that we had like that was a doable time. I think it was 28 minutes,
Okay.
29 minutes. But like I like to say that like, okay, 5K in 28 minutes, like for sure. But the route was like really hard. It was like this. So I was like, you know what? Like it was difficult for sure. But yeah, we had the 28-minute kind of test marker. And yeah, lots of girls did well. But at the end of the day, when it's a fitness test, like you're trying to like beat your last year's score and stuff like that. But yeah, Claire Thompson killed it. She
course.
Claire's a runner, hey? Doesn't
a
surprise me.
runner. Yeah. She can do everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, there
She's
should
one
be
of those
bracelets or
people,
something
eh?
like, what can't Claire do?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Exactly.
You get to go right from Princeton to the PWHL draft. Can you
Which is
walk us
awesome.
through like how wild that was to be
Mhm.
kind of part of the first class that got to go right from college to the PWHL draft stage? And what were you feeling like when you rolled up to Toronto that day?
And like, were you and Mariah and Philly like in a group chat saying like, are we holding hands? Like we're walking the purple carpet together? What are we doing?
Yeah, I think we had Hockey Canada camp like right before that. And so it was in St. Catharines. And I was like younger, and at the time, like I didn't really know some of the older Hockey Canada girls like that well, but I feel like there was a lot of like nerves going on and where are people gonna go and where are people gonna land. And I definitely felt that, but I also like was so focused on Princeton and now like, whoa, this is so awesome. Like we have a new league. I'm not quite sure like how this is going to go. I didn't have a feeling as to where I was going to go. And yeah, like for me, I was definitely nervous, but I did no idea what to expect. Like I had no idea. And I remember like ever since the actual draft when we showed up, I was like, whoa, this is like a whole new level of professionalism. This is like it. This is kind of what people have been fighting for. But I obviously was so used to, Princeton and that lifestyle. And yeah, so I didn't know what to expect. And then when my name was called by Toronto, I was like so happy. It's like that, the ounce of like familiarity with Gina and Troy and knowing like who was on the team and stuff like that. I was very excited, and my brother lived in Toronto, so I was so excited to be drafted here.
How did you and Malte decide like it's going to be us?
So we weren't. I don't want to say we weren't friends, but like we weren't close in terms of we knew of each other in passing. Like we'd say hi. We knew of each other through Sarah Fillier, but we didn't like we weren't like tight. And then I remember like hugging her on draft day, being like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited to be on your team." And then I immediately went to the airport to fly back home. And I wasn't even in Newfoundland, and I received like Emma Malte is typing on Snapchat. And I was
Snapchat?
like, yeah.
Those are crazy notifications to get.
And I was like, oh my God, like what could this be? Kind of thing. And I remember I opened it and she was like, "So who are you living with?" Was like this, like the straight up, like, "What are your living plans?" And I said, I just responded and said, "I don't have any." Cause I was like barely not even home yet. I think it was like the next morning or the day of or whatever. And the next text was straight up, "Want to live together." And I was like, yes. And then so we dove right in. Like there wasn't like him and hawing about like what we were gonna do. I was like, yeah, let's live together. So it was she straight up asked, and thank God that she did. And I said yes. And it's been such a fun going on 3 years. Like I laugh nonstop every single day with that
No
girl.
doubt. Did she like low key like go to Philly and like kind of interview for you? Like, yo, am I getting along with this kid? Like, what's she like? Was she part of the eating club? Like, did she do that? Did Philly ever tell you? Or
Yeah.
was she just like, nah, we vibed in that hug and I'm gonna roll with it?
I don't know. I should probably inquire because I have no idea if I was behind the scenes like interviewed as a candidate to be her roommate. Like I don't know. I think it was more so like she wanted to get it settled away like quickly because she texted me like very soon after the draft. But I don't know. I need to ask Sarah that question. But thank God she messaged me.
Yeah. Okay, so she's the nap police. You're a napper. Like what else? What other quirks did Malte have when you first moved in with her that you were like, I was not expecting this?
Um,
Maybe you should have interviewed somebody about her.
I agree. Well, I knew a little bit about her. Like I knew that she was like incredibly funny. I'd been around her at camps and stuff. And I was always like a little bit like not nervous around her, but I was a year younger. And at that time, like now a year younger seems like nothing. But like when you're younger and you're like going through the camps, it's like she's always like the 1 year ahead.
Yeah.
And I remember like obviously her and Sarah were friends. And so like she would go in, if I was roommates with Sarah, she'd come in the room and like I'd kind of know her, but like, you know, she's a louder personality. And I remember she's just so funny. Like I was just like sitting on the bed at camp, like dying laughing. And I was like, I don't know who this girl is, but like so funny. When we became roommates, like not really. I feel like I need to think, but she is someone that like is so clean. Like to the point where I realize tidy. And I realized quickly nothing can be out of place. And I'm like relatively clean. Like she has said that I'm clean, but she's new level. So I also jokingly in the last month have started calling her fridge police because if anything is like nearing expiry or like if something is she knows is not hers and knows that therefore it has to be mine, she'll be like, do you know who owns this?
You're the only two people that live there.
Yeah, it's like an avocado or something. And I'm like,
whose is this?
probably mine. Like, I don't know. So like everything, or like she'll laugh at me because sometimes I'll take my shoes off like exactly how they were on my feet, like this in the kitchen, and she'll just like take a picture and send it to me. So everything I've learned with her needs to be like very tidy, and but I love that. Like I love that. We have a clean apartment and like we both clean and all that stuff. But I realized things can't be out of place. Everything needs a spot.
And I like the term putterer too. Like the one video that you have where you're sitting and watching sports.
Yeah.
And she just like physically can't sit down
to watch
I
sports.
honestly sometimes I'm that person too. Like I like to putter as well, but she takes it to a new level from what I understand.
Oh my God. So I joke, like one thing we don't fight, but one thing we will never fight over is the remote, like ever.
Yeah, she doesn't watch TV or sports or anything, hey?
No. And I'm baffled. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, what should I watch tonight? And I'll tell her like this NFL game is on, like Sunday Night Football, 30 seconds left. It's like a close game. Quarterback has the ball. Like it's going to be a Hail Mary or something. I'll be like, Emma. She's like, like she like won't watch or something. So it's like, that's one thing we'll never fight over because she just is always doing things like whether it's cleaning or organizing or putting away her laundry or on her iPad. It's like she's trying to do and look everywhere but the TV. So I have it at all times and I just watch sports and things like that. But yeah, she's.
Do you guys actually split the cable bill even though she watches like 1% of it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we do. But like I don't know, we joke. We have like the weirdest cable system of all time. Like it looks like a computer. Like, I don't know. We joke that it's like called the basement TV because we are unsure. Like I've never seen the cable situation that we have like we do. But Emma found it. So
of course.
Emma found it and it has all the channels in the world and it works.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Is it you guys that throw those costume parties all the time?
Yeah.
What are those? Like what? Buckles goes to them. Hey, Julia, do you know that? Buckles will be like, oh, I can't do anything this weekend. I got to go to this dress up party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And then you guys post pictures and it's like this is like Heidi Klum level dressing up and it's awesome. What the heck are these parties?
Yeah. So I've come to learn that Emma loves to dress up. Like any opportunity she gets. And like, I don't know if you guys saw you should put it up, but like the Scepters post for Halloween, like Emma submitted her as Shrek as her costume of choice.
Oh, it was one of my favorite posts from Halloween this year.
Yeah.
So
it's like that's the post that she submitted. So she loves to dress up. So we realized like my birthday is October 22nd and hers is November 4th. So I think it was not our first year, like last year, we were like, let's have a combined birthday party. Because Emma, like usually rivalries during that time. So we celebrate her birthday early anyway. So we're like, let's do a combined birthday party. And then quickly it turned into like, let's dress up. Like, let's just have a theme and dress up. So last year's theme, we have that at the same bar in Toronto. And last year's theme was dress as anything that starts with an E or an M. But Emma and I chose to just be queens because it was our birthday and we had like exactly the same costume. We were like, it's our birthday, we'll be queens, and everyone else will just dress as the first letter of our name.
So what did people pick? I'm trying to think what I would pick.
So you had people like Men in Black. What was really funny is all of Emma's high school friends dressed as Emma, but like all of her iconic outfits. So like the rainbow crochet shirt that she wears sometimes was one of them. Her draft day look, like the Barbie pink pink blazer, was another one. Someone put on hockey gear and wore the white Toronto first year away jersey to the bar. And I was like, that's commitment. So yeah, like there was a lot of different outfits that went on. And then this year, I have a huge note on my phone of all the different themes or like, you know, ideas that we could have. And it was everything from like Under the Sea to like, we were like, what if everyone dresses as like a different like bald person? Or like we had so many random ideas, and we landed on like famous people, iconic pop stars, kind of where we were, because I wanted to be Taylor and she wanted to be Sabrina. So yeah, that's like the gist of those parties, but they've turned into like quite an event. We just send the invite out to everyone pretty much that plays in the PWHL in the Toronto area.
That's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not offended by that at all. Make sure to keep our inboxes open for next year.
I must have missed it the past 2 years. That's
We'll get it to you guys.
No,
we'll
it's all good.
We'll do a live Jocks and Jills podcast there.
That would be so fun. And everybody interviews as the character that they're dressed as.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
That's kind of my dream Jocks and Jills setup. Just complete nonsense.
I also just in asking around, I feel like Julia fights me on this, but
I honestly don't fight you. I could have been. Maybe I'm meant to be a goalie. I don't know. I just didn't have any jam.
Goalie qualities, Julia.
She just thinks I'm weird, Maggie, and she's
a
like,
closeted
you
goalie.
Been a good goalie,
Maggie. I feel like you might be a little bit of the same, just based on some characteristics that I've picked up, like getting packages and not opening them, doing laundry incessantly, the amount of hockey sticks that you tape and use and go through in a season, and the fact that you wear plastic gloves when you touch raw chicken. These are all very
Wait, do you
unique.
keep gloves in your chicken? In your kitchen?
So not anymore because I was roasted. There's something against chicken. I love chicken. Who wants to grab chicken with their hands? I don't know who could be like, I would rather grab it with my hands than with gloves on. Like,
I mean,
that's fair.
That's
but
also, guys, I have nails, and so I'm like, if it gets under my nails, like, you know, I just like don't love that. And I was roasted so hard, and the whole team knew, and I was like trying to defend myself.
Was it because you had like a little box of gloves in your kitchen?
I think it comes from my parents because we have like so many surgical gloves at home, and they're always using them, like whether it's like ribs and they're rubbing stuff on the ribs, or it's like, I don't know. So I did it when I came to Toronto, and I heard it. I was, and then laundry, I just do laundry all the time. It's like nonstop. The laundry machine is going.
Now that you know where the Tide Pod goes.
Yeah, I've learned and I've taken it away.
Laundry, I find like if you like work out and you also like to have a different outfit to chill out in the evenings, like I do a ton of laundry too. You got to do your workout clothes. You got to do your chill and relax clothes. You got to do your pajamas. And then you got to do your outfit that you actually wore that day. Like there's a lot of clothes to be washed on a day to day.
Yeah, like there's like how many outfits you wear in the summer is like at least 3. Yeah. It's just a lot happening.
In one day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many outfits to wear during the summer.
Your workout outfit, your daytime outfit.
You go to dinner.
Then you go to dinner, right? Naturally, that needs a different outfit.
You guys are wild. You guys are like, do you only have 4 outfits that you have to cycle? You got to wash these right away? Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, it's the workout ones that always need to get washed. It's honestly my workout clothes that kill me in terms of, and I'm not even that much of a workout hero. Like I do my little Pilates classes 4 or 5 times a week. And I'm just like, oh my God, this has to be washed every time. It's annoying.
I don't
You only have one workout outfit?
No, but like once it can't marinate in the grossness.
Yeah. I just
Gotta go
feel
right
like I
home.
don't
You
want my
put-
thing to be like, I don't want my laundry bin to be like close to the top.
You guys are.
I do small loads all the time.
Yes.
I'm
You're
the same
small
way.
load?
Emma
Loaders?
roasts me because I put 5 things in the laundry.
That's what she told me. Three things at a time.
3 is a little crazy. 10 and under, like every time. That's a little load. You put it on light, takes an hour, way better than the whole shebang. I hate folding a big pile of laundry too.
Worst.
If I see a pile, I'm overwhelmed. Anyways, yeah, that's our laundry thoughts. Can you tell us a little bit about your hockey stick intricacies? Like you need
This
a
is
freshie every
crazy.
game, or what is it?
You retape sticks that you don't even use, I hear? Like ones that aren't going to be used, you still go ahead and tape all of those?
Yeah. Like
Why?
it's like it's an issue, and I know it's an issue. Like I generally never go on the ice with a used tape job ever, like no matter what. Like I need to retape it. Like I retape it for every single practice. And then games, I like to have like 3 completely fresh. And I've gotten into a thing where like even if I use one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna retape all 3. And I know that like sounds insane. And also I would say my tape job is not the most normal. Like it takes me like 20 minutes because it's like close together and like I just like want it to look the way I want it to look. And so yeah, like Nursey would give me a lot of heat last year because like we'd have our
Jeez, though.
pregame routine and she would be like, Maggie, like you're like would take the stick from me and you're not taping that. Like it's like perfectly taped from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I've gotten a little bit better. Like I kind of trust that like it's fine.
You won't break 3 sticks in a game?
Yeah,
Probably.
or like I don't need to retape one that's already perfectly taped.
I was going to say, it's
but-
like, I was going to ask. So you're untaping tape that doesn't even have a mark or a scuff
And if you
on
do
it.
3 and they take
Yeah.
20 minutes each like that,
You're at the
pregame,
game
like-
4 hours before the game.
It's probably a bit dramatic. It doesn't take like 20, but if I have 3, I'll like
Takes time.
move quickly, but it takes time. And I'm aware like it's crazy. And so I've gotten better at it and try to not tape as many. But yeah, there's no way I could go on the ice if I have a used tape job.
Fair
Unreal.
enough. And is that new? Like, has pro hockey gotten to you, or were you always particular about your TJ?
Always particular, like even at Princeton, Sarah Filio would tape her sticks on the bench. I would tape my sticks in the stands. And then like I don't know how many she was taping, but I was always taping 3, like 2 to 3 depending. And we'd have like our pregame routine. And so I've always been like my pregame routine is taping sticks. Like I don't do anything until it's time to warm up, except talk to people. Like I like to talk and like keep it loose and play music. But I just tape my stick. Like I don't play soccer. I don't do the spike ball thing. I just talk to people and tape my stick.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, I just hang out. Like we have like last year we had like a hangout group in the locker room until it was time to warm up.
Who's in the hangout group?
It was me, Emma, Nursey,
I could.
Hannah
You know
Miller.
what's funny is Hannah Miller too.
Hannah
Perfect.
Miller, and a little bit of Blair. Blair until she leaves a bit before us. But yeah, we just and Daryl Watts, but that makes sense. We turn the music down and we just like sit on the bench and talk. Like sit on the bench in the locker room and just talk to.
Because I can't picture any of those people playing keep ups except
Yeah.
for Blair.
I used to not be like that until like I would play soccer. And I think we play keep ups, but I don't really know anymore. Like it might change to sewer. But I got a nickname called Boomer because I hit the ball too hard. And so it like is always like hitting the ceiling and like going way too high. And so like they call me Boomer. And so like I joke that I got bullied out of the circle. I think like my defense, the ball is so light that like a little tap and it's flying. And so anytime like I would touch it, they would just be like, Boomer. But this is Emma. Like Emma's yelling at me and Renata says it. And like, but yeah, Emma will just scream Boomer at me. So I just decided to take myself out of the circle. And
So you either have like a full on boot or you just don't play at all because there's no an in between kick. Is that what it is?
yeah. Like everyone kind of has like their tendencies during soccer and like who's better than others and like who sells out to keep the ball up. And like who hits it with their toes versus their foot and stuff like that. Like, yeah, like just with their toenails. Like, I don't know why, like use your whole foot, but I am called Boomer and I don't play soccer anymore because every now and then I'll go and have some fun with it. But I also just like to talk. Like I'm not much of a soccer player as it is. So
That's fair, Boomer.
Fair enough. Boomer. That's a good nickname.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave us with anything about Emma? Is what I was going to ask. We've taken like an hour of your time and you've told us such amazing stories. I feel like Emma's gotten too many chirps on you without being here. So if there's anything you want to leave us with about her, you have the floor right now.
Oh my God. I don't know. I feel
You
like
let us know partway through the season if anything pops up.
If anything
I
pops
will.
up, like you're always welcome. Shoot us a DM. We always appreciate your social media. Loved when she came and picked you up in the robe, actually. That was an underrated.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes her so funny. Like, she'll just do random things. Like, can you pick me up? And she was so mad because like my bag was taking a while and the security people were like, move.
Yeah.
So she did 3 laps. And she was telling me that like she only had her robe on and like nothing underneath the robe. And like security kept coming to the window and being like, you gotta move, ma'am. Like, you gotta move. And Emma's like, anyway, so yeah, then I got in the car, had no idea. And I was like, what are you wearing? Like a robe? And she's like, yeah, just the time got ahead of me. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Thanks for picking me up. Like, I don't know.
You guys need a reality TV show. I feel like there should be cameras following you two around at all time. It would be excellent content. Maggie, thank you so much for this. It was so much fun. Can't wait to see you and the Scepters get going this season. And again, appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's a blast, guys. It's a blast.
Always a good time.
That was today's interview presented by Sober Carpenter, Canada's craft leader in non-alcoholic beer, full flavor, zero compromise. You can't compromise when it comes to taping your stick, ever. Even if there's 4 of them before any random home game.
Yeah. 4. It's more than 4.
Yeah. Were you nitpicky about that stuff at all?
No, I would go out for warm-ups or whatever and look down and be like, oh no, I forgot. You know, I was just too social. I was hanging at the snack table in the physio room, playing keep-ups or whatever. We played hacky sack quite a bit back in my day. I don't know if that just speaks volumes to my age, but...
Oh, yeah? That's kind of fun. I honestly feel like that'd be better for hand-eye than sewer or any sort of soccer game.
We played, there was 2 teams. There was the Guild, which were all of the good ones, and then there was the Cool Girls. Cassie was the leader of the Cool Girls.
That's so on brand.
Yeah. And we played hacky sack.
Nice.
Yeah, and there was a point where we started calling it roof hack, where you'd have to kick it and it would have to hit the roof and come back down. And after the first day we played it, after like practice or the next day, we all came in with like shredded hammies. We were just like Mel was like, kibosh, like, no more roof hack. We're like, damn it.
No more roof hack. It's over. Guys, it's time for Dr. Jill, one of our new favorite segments this season. You guys send us in your problems on your hockey team, in your hockey world, any sort of hockey problem that you're having. You could send it to us via email, jocksandjills@thepwhl.com. You can leave us a voicemail, 1-929-542-2442. I don't know like why I read our phone number and I'm like really focusing on the numbers so hard every time.
Because they're important.
They're very important. You could shoot us, voicemail or email there. We do Dr. Jill on Friday with all your hockey problems. Our Send It segment on Tuesdays, where you can send in any questions you have about the league or thoughts you have, a little bit more of a mailbag segment. But Dr. Jill is for solving problems. And that's what we're going to do right now for Emma. Here's what she had to say. I'm writing in with a situation from my women's beer league ball hockey team that we could really use some advice on. Our captain has put together a team where many of the players are her friends and family. Most of us are there to have fun and get some exercise, but a handful of us are also a bit more competitive. The challenge is our goalie. She's a friend of the captain, but she's really struggling. She gets lit up almost every game, and a lot of the goals are preventable. When a soft goal goes in, you can almost feel the entire team's energy shift. Everyone gets frustrated and deflated, but she doesn't seem to have much self-awareness or accountability about how the losses are affecting the team. She won't be playing with us this winter due to personal reasons, but we don't know how to handle the bigger issue. We need a new goalie moving forward, and we don't know how to tell her that we don't want her to return without creating drama or hurting feelings. Any guidance on how to navigate this would be hugely appreciated.
First things first.
Thanks so much.
It's not just a handful of players on the team that are a little bit more competitive. Clearly, everybody's more competitive because if a soft goal goes in and you can feel the emotions on the team, it's everybody. And no one likes to lose. You're not supposed to like it, which is fine. Tough go that it's the captain's buddy, but it's the captain's job. So if the team goes to the captain and says, listen, the new goalie that we've got this year is great. Let's keep her. We'll keep your friend as a fill-in, a backup. I think that's the way you go. And there's nothing wrong with that because quite frankly, captain player could accidentally forget to reach out to bad goalie.
Yep.
And be like, hey, we're taking registrations for spring.
They could forget. Listen, I have another solution that might keep this person in the mix if they're like someone that you want to keep around. First of all, you need a goalie that's good, that's playing well. Because if you don't have a goalie that's good and playing well and this is like
so frustrating.
You need a goalie that's good and like is a reason to say, listen, we have this person that's good. Because if you don't have a fill-in, you just leave yourself sitting there empty-handed. So you say, listen, we've got this goalie that's good that played for us in the winter. We need another player. We think you're a fast runner. We think you're agile. We think you shoot the puck well. They could still come and be on the team. Like
beers,
I think it'll let down the drama a lot or lessen the drama a lot. If you say we want to keep you on the team, we want you to be a player, but we've found a goalie that's really talented.
Yeah.
Emma?
It doesn't sound like it's like a personality issue because she sounds like she's nice and they feel bad enough about it.
Yeah.
She's just not good at her position.
And that's fine. Not everyone's meant to be a goalie. But I think you can keep this person around and keep your team and your life and your friendships intact. But let us know how that shakes out, Emma. Again, you could reach out to us for our Dr. Jill segment, which we drop every Friday. Leave us a voicemail, 1929-542-2442, or email us, jocksinjills@thepwhl.com. I also check our DMs as much as we can. You can DM us across social media at Jocks and Jills on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky. You can also subscribe to the PWHL on YouTube. So much great content goes up there on a day-to-day basis. It's also where you can find every full episode of Jocks and Jills and the video version. We'd also love it if you guys could follow us and subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Music. It helps us out a ton in terms of ratings and getting the show in front of more people, which we appreciate. Happy Friday, everybody. What are you up to this weekend, Tess? Are you starting your outdoor rink this weekend?
Yeah.
Is it cold enough?
Like literally right after this.
Oh, nice. Outdoor tours time?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That's
outdoor
why
tours.
I need to know about the water, like immediately. Everyone, please.
Okay. I told you my mom FaceTime me, so I'll ask.
Yes.
I'll see what she says about our one when we were a kid. Games happening. Games tonight. Like we said, Seattle Torrent home opener Friday night. Make sure you have eyes on that. There's going to be history made, we think. And then Saturday, doubleheader, Vancouver at New York at noon, Boston at Toronto, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Tessa Bonham in the house.
Yep, I'll be there.
Love it. Everyone enjoy your weekends. Bucky's too. I think Jackie might even be the house. I'm the only one that's going to like stay up here.
Our fairy godmother.
I've become like a country bumpkin. Like it's really hard to get me out of my house and off my like 2-block radius that I live in. But I'll start to venture back to civilization eventually at some point.
One day.
Guys, we love you all. Thank you so much for listening to Jocks and Jills. Appreciate you and enjoy the games this weekend. We will talk on Tuesday.